Hello and welcome to Cut Into the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben, and as always I'm joined by Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
Today we're going to have a bit of a run through the Darwin Awards. Which you haven't heard of them, they're awards given out for excellence in stupidity, effectively.
Yeah.
But we will get to that. But first, we're going to do some weird news, as is the way we always do on this show. So if it's your first listen, stick around, it's funny.
Yay.
We'll take about half an hour on this or so until one of us needs a wee, and then we'll carry on.
Are we doing it PG this week or something? You
Nah,
just
fuck
said
that.
we?
Yeah. Thought I'd mix it up.
Like you're pissed.
You rebel, you. You rebel,
Yeah. Don't want to get stale, do we? Not like stale piss. Nothing's worse than that.
Let's do this.
Except for making bombs, I imagine.
Yeah, that's kind of worse, I guess.
Can always tell a bomb maker by the fact he's missing fingers.
Hey.
Do you know anyone missing fingers?
No.
I do actually, but he works in a sawmill, so I think he's got an alibi. That's a real thing. And I do a delivery there, and I'm led to assume that he lost his finger at the place he works. Would you continue working at a place that took your finger from you?
No.
Neither would I.
No.
Burn it to the ground with my payout money. I'd use it to burn it. But yeah. Anyway, should we do the news?
Yes. News on. Man, 75, uses homemade pump to spray his poo through friend's letterbox.
Legend.
He travelled 200 miles for that.
What? That's not a neighbour. Oh,
well,
friend. It said friend, not neighbour.
Well,
Wow.
He was his friend.
Former friend, I'm
Former
guessing.
friend.
Holy moly.
A pensioner stored his own poo in a container for 2 months before shoving it to a friend's letterbox in a bitter dispute. Jeffrey Holroyd Doveton, 75, used a homemade pump to spray the excrement into Donald Wick's home as a disgusting act of revenge.
Homemade pump? Shouldn't it be easy just to buy one of those fucking
He's a
Cuprinol spray
Fence
things?
spray.
Yeah, but they were crap, they get clogged up with that shit. They always get clogged up no matter what you're spraying through.
He's like the MacGyver of shit sprayers.
It's that generation, guys. Make do and mend. I'm going to pump, I'll make one. That's that generation. They didn't go, I'll go and buy one. No, he's a pensioner, we've got no fucking money.
He's travelled
Wow.
200 miles just to
Well,
put shit through someone's
You get the
letterbox.
train.
Oh no. Okay.
Actually, the former mates had fallen out as Holroyd Doveton thought Mr. Wicks had contributed to his recent divorce and, quote, ruined his life, a court heard.
It's always a woman.
Yeah.
Two men have a fallout this serious that ends in shit spreading. Literal.
Literal shit spreading.
It's always romance involved.
But the OAP travelled more than 160 miles from Rotherham, South Yorkshire, to Mr. Wicks's house in Braintree, Essex, with poo he had stored for 2 months and splattered it into the home.
Wow.
It caused £4,000 worth of
Oh
damage.
no, there's a picture.
Oh, those pictures! Oh, those pictures! 2-month-old old man feces.
Oh god, it really did spray. Wow. I'm appalled and impressed.
Yeah.
I'm horrified.
You're thinking, oh man, that bastard took my wife. What can I do to get him back? Maybe if I shit in this Tupperware box for a couple of months and store it, I could knock together some kind of pump and spray. Just go around and fucking smack him.
I think the moral of the story is, no matter what you do, it's not going to get... If she's divorced you, she's not coming back. Let it go. But I think it says here, the pensioner was given a 2-month suspended sentence today at Ipswich Magistrates Court after admitting criminal damage. He will also have to complete 80 hours unpaid work.
I bet he's happy.
I think he got off light.
Yeah.
Suspended sentence. He's not going to see the inside of a cell as long as he behaves himself. 80 hours unpaid work, 2 weeks, 2 full working weeks, 40 hours.
Yeah.
He's going to miss
I
out
bet
a
he's
little bit of
laughing his
money.
ass off and he...
Probably. I got that twat, he's
Yeah.
thinking.
Unless
Fuck
he had
you,
to pay
$4,000 it cost you.
Unless he had to pay the 4,000.
Oh, he might have had to pay that back, I don't know. Should we carry on?
I don't know, it's,
The chairman... Oh, what did that say? Oh no, the poo ruined the carpet, stairs and walls. Chairman of the bench, Michael Cadman, called it a pretty horrific offence. He added, "It's almost as bad as I have seen in 30 years as a magistrate." Well,
I want to know what the worst one was.
no shit, Sherlock. Wow.
Leslie Smith, prosecuting, said that Holroyd Doveton had planned the act for some time. He pooed into the container 2 months prior to the offence and then created a pump with which to spray the faeces. Mr. Wicks, who was on holiday with his wife at the time of the offence, I wonder if that's old Doveton's ex-wife,
Yeah,
maybe,
could be.
described it as despicable and disgusting, and had said it had left him anxious and unable to sleep. Well, that's probably because of the smell, mate.
I was going to say that, not being able to sleep and anxiety, that's the least of your concerns. How about shitting your socks?
Yeah.
Well, no, they spent £4 cleaning it up. Well, I don't think they cleaned it. I think they stripped the walls.
I think they decontaminated the entire house.
They paid someone to do it, didn't
Yeah,
they?
rip
Professional
the carpet
cleaners.
out.
Yeah. Men in suits coming in.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even clean. I would they probably ripped the carpets up and replaced them, stripped the paint off the walls, repainted it, just to really cleanse yourself of a man's 2 months worth of poop, pressure sprayed
Yeah.
into your home. Wow. Never fuck with a pensioner's marriage is what I'm learning from this story. He'll drive 200 miles. He'll shit in a container for 2 months.
Yeah.
Design and construct a device and drive 200 miles to ruin your home.
Yeah, that's impressive.
It really is.
I admire his commitment.
Me too. I think he's a disgusting weirdo, but... Cause I mean, it's over a divorce. It's not really as if this guy didn't shag his wife or anything. I think this might be it's a bit overkill, maybe. I don't know. What's his evidence for this guy contributing to the divorce? We don't know.
They can't have been very good mates because they live 160 miles apart.
That's true.
So, I mean, unless he was shagging, he come up for a visit and shagged his wife.
Could have been.
Something went on for him to think I'm gonna. Because like you said, why not just go put one on, like go and punch the guy in the head and feel better about it? Like, yeah. Maybe he's a big dude and, well, he's 75, do you want to be punching people?
They're all fucking war veterans, aren't they? That's the thing.
That's very true.
They've all done time in national service, at the very least,
true.
so...
I haven't seen a picture of this man and I know he could beat me in a fight. 75 or not, I know he could throw a better left hook than me, so I'm not fighting him. And he might chuck me in the shit tank.
He might
have his own shit tank, you don't know.
Wow. So, that's fantastic.
Yeah, thought you'd enjoy that.
I think he got off very lightly, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think he'll be happy with the outcome.
Yeah, he's got his revenge and a bit of a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
And he's not going to see
Bloody
the inside
British
of himself.
justice system, eh?
It's only a bit of shit though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Imagine if Ben just did a fucking steamer in the corner of this living room now and then just said to you, it's only shit, mate.
Why is it me
I'd
that's
say
doing
again.
it? Why is it me that's doing it?
Well, I don't want to shit in the corner.
Neither do I.
It's hypothetical.
We do love a good scenario.
Yeah, whenever we do a hypothetical one about me, it always ends in mass murder and like chaos.
I suppose, yeah, shit on the floor is
That's
tragedy.
going to be how it damaged your psyche. The drugs have took their toll over the years.
Oh, there's definitely. I do imagine my brain looks like a piece of Swiss cheese. To be honest with you, like, there's probably holes in there.
Well,
You know.
Moving on.
yeah. Yeah, this is the story of the Louisiana Televangelist who seeks $54 million for a private jet so he can avoid demons who infest commercial flights.
What a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Louisiana televangelist is asking his followers to help him raise tens of millions of dollars so he can buy a new private jet. The New Orleans Times, I'm not even going to bother saying the end of that, reports that Pastor Jesse Duplantis, that's a very New Orleans name though, isn't it?
Duplantis.
Who 2 years ago made headlines by claiming that aborted babies would all be resurrected and sent to heaven via the rapture, is asking people to donate money to help him secure a private jet that he says will be used to spread God's word more efficiently than by taking commercial
Well,
flights.
there's more people on commercial flights who can talk to people during the flight and spread the word.
Oh God, imagine being stuck next to him for a fucking 8-hour flight though. Oh, you'd end up just fucking smacking him.
Could I read the next quote from the pastor? I really believe that if the Lord Jesus Christ was physically on the earth today, he wouldn't be riding a donkey. Oh, fuck you, man. What does that even mean?
Well, he'd probably have a car.
At least he'd have a driver probably, wouldn't he? But
I'm a driver.
You're not
pushing
Jesus,
yourself
mate.
for Jesus' driver here?
Oh, fuck that.
He'd
Oh, yeah.
walk everywhere, surely.
Oh yeah, you could walk across water for a fucking start. The sea ain't gonna be much of a problem.
I'd park the car on a hill and not put the handbrake on and just get out.
Yeah, but you're back
See you in 3 days. Yeah. I've never been a very good employee, to be honest. But my point is, this bloke's not Jesus. You're not Jesus. Okay, let's say Jesus was around today and he was limousine riding, jet plane flying, you know. Let's say he was a player, not riding a donkey. Let's say he was, you know.
But it goes against everything Jesus stood for.
It doesn't make this guy, though, does it? Why does this guy need a plane?
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Fuck you, you're not Jesus.
He said he wouldn't run a donkey. He said he'd be in a private jet flying over the world. No, he wouldn't.
With loads of hookers.
Yeah.
Like, just flipping money at the camera
Doing
and smoking
coke.
cigars.
He'd be with the poor people, the lepers.
He's doing coke off a hooker's tits on his private jet. I mean, that's a Jesus I can really get behind.
Hashtag rapture, bitch. Woo! Blowing out smoke rings.
And as he came down with the point
Got dreads. You know, fucking rap songs.
Well, he probably is black.
Well, yeah. You know. Oh, Jesus. Wow, so what else is this mother flubber saying, Bern?
The jet that Duplantis has his eyes on is the Dassault Falcon 7X, a 3-engine jet that has an estimated net worth of $54 million. I want you to believe in me for a Falcon 7X, he told his followers in a fundraising pitch. Pray about becoming a partner to it.
Wow. That's not very Christian, is it? Like
No,
you said,
and
mate.
you missed the best bit. The Times notes that Duplantis has been complaining about the burdens of relying on commercial airlines for years now. And in 2015, he even said commercial flights were infested by a bunch of demons who were hindering his work of spreading the gospel.
I'll tell you what
So he
those
thinks us fucking normies are fucking demons. That's what he thinks
No,
of us.
what it is he's been on a commercial jet before, and he's tried to fucking preach to someone next to him, and they're going, "Oh, shut the fuck up, mate."
Yeah.
Right? I got 8 hours of fucking watching shit films. Right?
Yeah.
So he's, and so therefore, if you're not believing what he's saying, you're a demon.
Mm-hmm.
You're either with him or against him, aren't you? Very Sith-like.
Well, that's how it works with these Christians. And we all know only a Sith deals in absolute.
Exactly.
These Christians are very absolute-y, aren't they?
Do you think they're all Siths?
Yeah,
Wow.
I do.
Does that make the Pope
said
like
it.
Darth Plagueis?
Yeah,
Wow.
he looks like one of them old fucking...
He does look a bit Sith Lord.
They all
He
do.
The
does.
old Pope did.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they all kind of do.
What was his name? The
Old
Nazi
men.
one?
Oh, Benedict.
That's it.
Yeah, he was. He was in the Hitler Youth as a kid.
Right. But he has a direct line to God. He talks to him all the time.
Allegedly.
And God never brings up all that nasty Nazi stuff.
Well, in all fairness, everyone in Germany at that time would have been in the Hitler Youth if you were a kid. It wasn't like a voluntary thing. It was like, here you go, it's like the Boy Scouts kind of, here you go, you're in the Hitler Youth, here's your uniform. Go and do some route marches and fire a rifle.
I got
One day
my
they follow-
racism badge.
Yes! And when, of course, when Germany's getting invaded, here's an anti-tank weapon, go and destroy a Soviet tank, but I'm only 11. Yeah, go for it anyway, fuck it. There's no one else, mate.
They're all dead.
It's true, yeah.
I think this preacher's a bit of a prick. The balls on this fella. The
Yeah.
audacity.
But he can't see what a hypocrite he's been, even though he's claiming to be such a holy man. And he can't see what a hypocrite he's been, and he's probably a fucking multimillionaire anyway, so he could probably afford that out of his own pocket if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Why would he get someone else to pay for it?
And they're all happy just to hand over the fucking money.
Charlatans, mate. That's what they are.
Yep.
Snake oil salesman.
Yep. So let's do the next one then. Archaeologists uncover remains of man crushed as he fled Pompeii. Now, this is a bit of a visual thing. You've got to see the picture.
Okay.
Alright? But it's worth it. A man managed to escape the first eruptive fury of Vesuvius in AD 79, only to be
I've
crushed
seen this.
beneath a block of stone hurled by an explosive volcanic cloud.
Wow.
Archaeologists working at the ancient Roman city of Pompeii, Italy, found the man's remains almost 2,000 years later after he died. Stunning pictures from the scene show a skeleton pinned beneath the stone. The impact crushed the top of the man's body. His head might still be buried under the block of stone.
Wow.
Sadly, he had some bone infection and it hampered his efforts to escape. He probably got out of his fucking sick bed and stumbled to the streets in
Limping
absolute
along.
agony.
Nobody helping him.
Only for a fucking giant bit of rock to come flying behind him and just crush his upper body to the ground.
Can you tell from the picture? Did it hit him in the face or the back of the head?
It's the back of the head.
Oh,
so I think there is a picture if we go down.
At least he didn't see it coming though.
That's it, but he's I'm making it. Oh.
He wouldn't have known it. If it was coming towards him, he would have been like, that's getting closer.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, I think that might hit me. Oh. No, that's not a good way to go. Well, it would have been quick. I hope.
It's quite
instant.
I think the picture's quite cartoony.
I can't see one, man.
Well, yeah, I saw it earlier.
It is
literally a skeleton with a rock where its head should be.
Yeah, a giant
It
piece.
does look like something from a Tom and Jerry cartoon or something like that.
But I just thought it was humorous. I just felt sorry for him, so I thought he was worth a place on this week's.
Well, that does kind of fit in with this week's subject, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Ridiculous deaths.
Mm.
God bless him, poor fella.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I do think it's great how that entire city is just perfectly preserved, though. You just have a stroll around and.
Apparently, my Italian friend's been there, and she reports that it's beautiful, but eerie, and sort of quite a deep experience to go there.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yes.
But is it? I don't know if it's fake. You never know with today's technology, photoshopping and that. But somebody shared a picture. Apparently, is there a man masturbating?
That's
Yes.
the one I thought Ben was going to show when I said I'd seen it.
Yeah. Actually, I think we've had that before as weird news.
Because that would have been me.
Yeah, cracking a quick one off before your house fills with
that man,
various gas.
that unknown man who will never ever be able to identify, is one of the heroes of history. Because that man looked and contemplated the fact, imagine you can see the lava wave and the smoke coming from the distance. Everyone's dying, you're fucked, and he decided, well, if I'm going to go with a smile. He sat down and he fucking thraped one out.
Yeah?
And was preserved for all time for us all to laugh.
When the nuclear bomb goes, I'll be stood in front of a wall with a baguette between my legs. So when the radiation and the blast blasts me against the wall, it'll look like I've got a 10-inch, 20-inch dick.
So at least future generations are going to say, we don't know who this guy is.
Where did
My
that
God,
come
he was
I've robbed it from somewhere. I can't think where.
They've been sitting contemplating.
Well, a Frankie Boyle joke.
Oh, God, he's dying again.
Excuse me, I'm dying on air. But wow. But nobody will know it's you.
Doesn't matter.
You wasted your last minutes desperately trying to find a baguette.
I'll sign my name on the wall then.
No, carve your name into the baguette. Oh no, because then it'll look like you've carved your name into your car.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that is a way to be remembered, I guess.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
Remember, we're all going to think positive. The nukes aren't coming.
Wait till you've seen Threads.
I'm not looking forward to watching that movie.
That'll be the next episode.
That's a future episode, yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there any more news, or are we...
No, that's it for now.
No, yeah, we actually threw that quite quick this week.
Got some more later.
Yeah, have a bit more.
Have we got Reggae Box?
Yes, the Reggae Box. Bring on the Reggae Box.
I will play the Reggae Box theme song. If we should maybe just give a brief explanation. Ben hates reggae.
I do.
So the Reggae Box is where Ben puts the things he hates and they fuck off into the eternity of hatred. A bit like Room 101, but we invented it.
Yeah.
So, here we go.
Give me your gun. What's going on over there? Put the gun down. I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
No, what's in the box? I'll take you. Give me the
What's
gun.
in the fucking box?
Give me the gun.
He just told you.
You lied!
What is in the reggae box, Ben?
And in the Reggae Box this week
Yep.
is the... I'm sure you two are going to chime in and add your 2 pence worth, because I know you're as pissed off about it as I am.
Yep.
Is the campaign to free Tommy Robson, noted football hooligan, wife beater, racist. I don't think I'm going too far by saying racist, am I?
No.
Founder of the EDL.
Founder of the English Defence League, which was basically a bunch of football hooligans who thought, we shouldn't fight each other anymore, we should fight brown people.
Yeah.
That's pretty much why they formed, apparently.
Yeah.
And if you can go on YouTube and see those fucking Neanderthals walking down the street waving their St. George crosses, singing anti-Muslim chants and God Save the Queen, although I'm sure the Queen's looking at you going, oh God, look at them.
So should we just give a bit of... Tommy Robinson, the leader of the EDL, was...
He's not leader anymore.
Oh, he's former leader of the EDL, but he claims to be a political campaigner.
Against Muslims, mainly.
Basically, yeah, he's one of those Britain First type people. And he's already... I call it unlicensed, but that's the slang term. What's it? Suspended sentence.
Yes.
So he's been charged and was on a suspended sentence for breach of contempt of court, which is essentially a law put in place to stop journalists reporting on cases as they're happening in case it influences the jury. Because if the jury's influenced, the entire case is compromised.
Of course.
So he's already done a bit of this by reporting on stuff that the rest of the media is banned from doing so. But because he's not official, he's not an actual journalist, he's not a professional, he's a fucking cunt.
I was going to say cunt, really. Yeah.
A silly little cunt. He decided to go to a court where there was a court case happening while he is on suspended sentence for this very crime, and then proceeded to commit the same crime.
Yeah.
He Facebook lived and started talking directly about the trial that was happening to 250,000 viewers have seen the video. I read that somewhere, so I hope that's correct. Of him Facebook living and just giving a load of information about the case away.
Yeah.
So, he was arrested on the spot. Within 5 hours, put in front of a judge and sentenced to 13 months in prison and sent down. Why? Because he committed a crime,
Yeah.
while on licence, pleaded guilty, and was given his sentence. That's how it works.
The important thing to add is he pleaded guilty.
Yes.
He hasn't been wrongly locked up. It's
Nope.
not the judge not liking him.
Yep.
He pleaded
The judge
guilty.
even said all this. The judge said this is nothing to do with politics, political correctness, race, free speech. This is simply about the law and protecting the trial that I'm trying to fucking do.
Yeah.
You know, if this case collapses, it's going to cost hundreds of thousands of pounds, and the victims have got to go through the trauma of re-giving their evidence. So this little prick, I don't think really understood all of that, but he does now, and he's down for 13 months,
Yeah.
fair and square, right?
Yeah. Not the first time he's been in jail.
So, why do we have, Ben, fucking huge, fairly huge, I guess, well, no, not that huge, but significant marches in the street of people brandishing their Free Tommy Robinson signs when the man has been rightly convicted for something he's pleaded guilty to? Why is this fucking happening? The world has gone mad.
Because they're a bunch of fucking racist cunts, that's why.
Boom.
Yes. You know,
Doesn't matter, he's on our side.
And
innit?
also...
It's like he's on our side.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't matter what he's done, we're going to defend him to hilt.
Now,
Mindlessness.
it's important that the trial that he was...
Tribalist, isn't it?
Yeah, tribalism, yeah.
The trial that he was recording stuff about was the trial of a Muslim grooming gang who had abused some young girls.
But you and I are not supposed to know that.
No, we're not supposed to know. Even though the trial, it's you're aware. If you wanted to go and look that up, you could be aware of the fact there's a trial on. You just can't report on it. Now, it's interesting, Tommy's double standards, that there's been a few high-profile cases where EDL members and high leadership have been involved in paedophile activity recently, but he doesn't seem to be concerned with them, Gaz, and not because they're white.
Of course it is.
So the organisation he founded, and now they're fucking kids.
Yeah.
But that's not important, because they're white.
Yeah, it's like I said earlier, he's not a professional journalist, he's a cunt, but he's acting like a professional journalist because he's peddling one fucking narrative, one story that fits what he wants, and he fucking knows it. And the thing is, these people that are following him like he's some sort of folk hero, and the thing is, it's got international, the alt-right in America that joined onto it because they think it's a free speech issue. It's not a free speech issue.
No.
The man was stupid enough, whilst on licence, to go and commit the same crime again, you know, and is now serving his time.
In this country, if you're on a suspended sentence, that basically means don't be naughty or you'll go to jail. So he's been naughty, so he's gone to jail. That's the terms of a suspended sentence.
It's his own fault, innit? It's his own idiocy.
But you've got these daft bastards on Facebook, and I'm sure you've seen it, people you think are reasonable people. Free Tommy Robinson, it's freedom of speech. And as I pointed out, you can't free Tommy Robinson, because that's not his fucking name.
Exactly.
It's a pseudonym.
Yeah.
His name is Stephen Yaxley Lennon, and he's a cunt.
He certainly is. And
But he pleaded guilty. He knows he did wrong. He know he wouldn't win the court case. but he was asking for donations for it before he was sentenced.
I bet.
And then he went and pleaded guilty anyway. So he's ripping those fucking supporters off anyway. There's people who are gullible enough to hand over their money.
It's like the preacher and the fucking jet, isn't it?
Also worth pointing out, we don't actually have freedom of speech in this country. We have freedom of expression.
Okay.
There's a subtle difference.
No hate speech, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Well, I heard a good quote. We might have discussed this last week. I'm not sure, or maybe it was off air. But essentially, yes, you have the right to say what you want, but you also have the right to face the consequences.
Yep.
But what he did was a silly crime. It's a very silly crime. He stood in front of a court, and there's a whole other issue coming into it. I read a really good article on it might have been the Independent about this, about how they might have to look at the law, because if any old Tom, Dick and Harry can use their phone and Facebook to have an instant audience, maybe that law needs looking at a little bit, and the like, because, you know, the guy, I don't think he really thought it through. He went to the court while the case was happening and started live fucking streaming. Now, if he'd have made, I don't know, is he stupid or, you know, and he doesn't really care about the case and the victims, obviously he doesn't, because he's putting the trial in jeopardy.
Well, yeah.
It's for his own purposes.
He's just trying to make a bit of publicity, isn't it?
He's getting off on the fact that he's now a folk hero for these fucking people, and there's a lot of them, but they're misguided, they're confused, and they haven't, it took me, because I wasn't, you know, I ignore the news as much as I can. I was seeing the Free Tommy Robinson things, and obviously I know who he is, so I started to look into it, and it didn't take me long on Google to find out the exact details of what's been happening, what crime he committed, why he was charged. It didn't fucking take long. So why does nobody check anything? All it has to be done is written in front of, basically turned into a meme, shared on fucking social media, and it's fucking gospel to some people.
It is.
And they don't even think
They
to
haven't got the
fucking
powers of analysis. They haven't got they haven't got the I don't mean to be mean. They haven't got the intelligence to decipher what is news and what is bullshit. They just get, if it's from a source that they think is reliable, then they'll trust it no matter what.
Yeah, but half the time it's not. It's usually something like a page like I Love Britain or I'm an English patriot.
Well, they get you like that as well.
And so what they do is that they'll share something like I support our soldiers, and then before you know it,
who doesn't support the soldiers?
You're up to no, exactly. No one. It's a fine sentiment. But then you're up to your neck in anti-Muslim.
Well, yeah.
Then you're up to your neck in anti-Muslim memes.
Yeah, but if you put out what the soldiers, like Gaz says, what they're actually doing, then you're a fucking anti-Brit.
You're you're a traitor.
Yeah.
But it's a subject that comes up a lot on the show, and it's the echo chamber of Facebook, isn't it? Because the people that look at these groups, they only see the same sentiment.
Yeah.
They're not. Facebook isn't going to start showing them opposing political pages and things, because that's not how it works. The algorithm wants you to stay on there. Basically, they want you to be looking at Facebook for as long as possible. So they're just going to constantly supply you with things you enjoy and you like, and they're using your behaviour online to predict that, and to, you know. So it's the echo chamber. We've discussed it before. So these fools that are out there, Free Tommy, that's all they've been seeing on their phones, and we all look at our fucking phones all day. Every member of society, even when we're in company, we all fucking do it. And then it's just...
My Uncle Fred retweeted it, so I'll retweet it.
Exactly, that wasn't a real word. But I did read an article today how Simon Cowell, of all people, for his own mental health, hasn't touched his mobile phone for 10 months and says he's happy as he's been in years.
Wow.
So there's something to it.
Oh, definitely, mate. I'm not on Twitter properly. I mean, I am on it, but I don't go on it much, just to look at news. Tits. News and tits.
News and tits.
So Mike spends his days
Mike should start a side podcast. News and tits.
Simultaneously informing himself on the current events and then having a wank.
Well, get to a bit of news and we rate the tits.
Yeah. So you read out a horrific news story, then you're like, and then I saw a cracking pair. If you go to Pornhub and type in, we'll watch along.
Dalton, banning of podcasts.
You are going to fly up the charts. Wank along with Mike.
Hang on, your penis is another dimension.
Can't be done. Shit.
It can be done quantumly.
Quantum wank.
Free Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson is in the Reggae Box now, and hopefully it'll fuck off.
Forever. Fuck you, Tommy.
In fact, there was a petition, and I believe it's been rejected.
Yeah. Oh, last thing I'll say on the subject is apparently, and this typical fucking coward. All the horrible shit he said about Muslims and Asians is now sort of pleading that there'll be a price on his head and he won't be safe in prison. Oh well. That's free speech, mate. Like we said earlier, you can say what you want, but you can also face the consequences. So have fun in prison, dude.
It's it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
I genuinely do hope he gets beaten up at least.
One of my favourite videos is of him, because I don't really like seeing violence, and there isn't any real violence in the video, that's why it's good, but he's just trying to do some shopping at Curry's or somewhere like that, and two huge Asian men spot him, recognise him, get his cameras out, and he fucking runs and hides behind the Curry's security guard and like runs back into Curry's.
Yeah,
and,
he's a coward, isn't he?
he was on his own, you see. If he was with his gang, he would have been well up for it, wouldn't he? But
he's a football hooligan, they're only hard, and there's fucking 50 of them.
Yeah, exactly, so fuck Tommy.
I'll offer the same thing to Tommy. I'll meet you in the brink, mate.
Oh god. Oh god. I really am not going to advise this one. That guy has got... No.
We'll start a new podcast, Prison Boxing. Then can go around fighting ex-cons.
We might not get many episodes.
And I need a few months to recover in between.
It might be one episode. You might get shanked in between rounds.
Well, some sort of security there. You don't be able to do a shanking.
Oh, he's bought the shank.
Prison rules, Ben. It's not like, what's it called? The old...
I've got the
It's not Queensbury rules.
I want Queensbury
Oh,
rules.
Ben's going to go into a prison. Come on, then. Queensbury rules, dear chap. No, who the fucking hell's he on about? And shanks you.
Man his other hands and dips it in glass. Breaking glass.
Yes. And then gummy bears.
Yeah. Nails and screws. Hot shots pot dirt.
What a seminal cinema classic.
I love it.
Me too. Both the Hot Shot
Yeah.
movies. Fantastic.
Anything with stupid humour like that. And it's
Yeah.
weird, I have this odd paradox of humour. Is I hate really obvious comedy.
Yeah.
Like, you Mrs. Brown's Boys, you can see what's going to happen. You're like, fuck off.
Lowest
And
common
that
denominator.
fucking Peter Kay car shit. I wouldn't watch that if it was the only thing on TV. Right?
I've seen it, to be fair.
Right, but you know, I like really dark comedy where I'm not supposed to laugh at stuff,
Yeah.
and then it goes the other end of the spectrum where I piss myself laughing at the Naked Gun.
Well, that's because it's expertly done slapstick. And
Yeah.
There's like an Occam's razor. I don't know if I'm using
Occam's
that
razor.
in the right way. No, there's like an uncanny valley. That's what I mean for silliness. Do you know what I mean? There's just this sweet spot of slapstick and silliness that everyone finds funny.
Yeah.
From the old to the young. You know, people falling over in particular. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Child falls over, hilarious. Fucking hilarious. Old person falls over.
Still hilarious?
Upsetting when an old person falls.
Depends
It's
on who
supposed
they
to be,
fall.
Ben. You just failed the psychopath.
I told you that.
Just laugh at them and say, oh, you broke your hip.
We've got a free healthcare in this country. What's the problem? They're the ones clogging it up in the fucking first place. Falling over all the time.
Wow.
It's true though.
Yeah, but...
I mean, the local doctor's surgery by me, they used to have this great thing where you could walk in the morning, between 8 and 10, see a doctor, no appointment. You had to wait a bit, but you could go and see a doctor. Right, they stopped that because all the old people were going in for a fucking chat.
Well, this all sounds
People
a
are
bit
lonely
Daily
about
Mail
old
letters
people,
page.
Well, no, it might do,
Ben's
but it's still
going
true.
on a rant against the OAPs clogging up the NHS.
Actually, the Daily Mail will be behind the OAPs.
Well, yeah,
Because that's their core readership.
Their only readership.
Oh no, there's other people.
Well,
yeah.
but that's why they're online, fucking posting stories about UFOs and
Exactly.
You know, trying to get that kind of clickbait. Right, I think
a piss break is in order.
yeah, we'll piss on the memory of Tommy fucking Robinson.
Oh, I'll drink to that.
Yeah, he'll be dead by the end of the 30
May he get shanked in his sleep.
Yeah.
Says the pacifist.
Exactly. That shows you what a cunt you are, Tommy. The most peaceful one of the gang. Once you're dead.
Not dead.
I just said I hope he gets beat up.
Just lose a kidney or something.
Oh, right, okay. Nothing too life-threatening then. That's great. Right, we'll be back. And we're back. So let's go into the Darwin Awards. We're going to I'll give you a bit of background on them, and then we shall we'll have a flick through and we'll pick some fun ones out. So, the Darwin Awards are a tongue-in-cheek honour originating in Usenet newsgroups discussions around 1985. They recognise individuals who have supposedly contributed to human evolution by selecting themselves out of the gene pool via death or sterilisation by their own actions. The project became more formalised with the creation of a website in 1993 and followed up by a series of books starting in 2000, authored by Wendy Northcott. The criteria for the award states, in the spirit of Charles Darwin, the Darwin Awards commemorate individuals who protect our gene pool by making the ultimate sacrifice of their own lives. So, although accidental self-sterilisation also qualifies, however, the site notes, of necessity, the award is usually bestowed posthumously. The candidate is disqualified, though, if innocent bystanders who might have contributed positively to the gene pool are killed in the process. So if your stupidity kills other people,
you don't get a Darwin Award. This is specifically killing oneself.
Yep.
Or, what is it? Sterilising oneself.
Accidentally sterilising oneself.
Cutting your cock off will probably do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it, Mike.
So Wendy Northcott has stated 5 requirements for a Darwin Award.
Okay.
The inability to reproduce, the nominee must be dead or rendered sterile. Simple enough.
What if you're Jaffa?
Well,
You might have to explain that.
yeah.
Jaffa.
Very 70s British slang term.
What if from only Fulton
From the
Horses?
70s fucking factory floor. He's fucking Jaffa, mate.
That's got the doctors couldn't get his mind, couldn't get his missus, but I got pregnant though.
Who needs a
Jaffa.
fucking stunt cock? That's where I come in. Fucking Jaffa. A Jaffa is a male who cannot reproduce because his sperms are cross-eyed.
It comes
or
up
something.
after the orange
Not lazy.
Jaffa because it's seedless.
Oh, those are the Jaffa cakes. Seedless oranges on these.
Not Jaffa cakes, the Jaffa orange, isn't it?
Oh, right, I didn't know there was Jaffa oranges.
Seedless orange.
No, everything's about, like the nature came before the company.
I used to know that was where it came from, and I don't even like Jaffa
I'd never
cakes.
heard of it, I'm just being
I don't even like Jaffa
I
cakes.
got
I
it
hate
from
orange flavoured chocolate.
Fulton Horses.
There you go, perfectly acceptable back then. It's
Well,
on
yeah.
Only Fools and Horses, it's fine.
They do drop some embarrassing, well, not embarrassing, at the time more acceptable terms for, let's say, ethnic minorities in this country in some of the early ones.
Would you like to say them out loud?
I would not.
I was baiting you there. Well done, Ben.
But,
Okay.
Certain groups of ethnicities like to own shops, and they were referred to as a slang term shop. And
Let's put down the pea shop.
that's the one. Or I'm pretty sure I'm sure he sends Rodney down to the Chinese restaurant, which has its own sort of name,
Yes.
all on its own.
Somebody had to tell me that wasn't appropriate. I didn't know.
Really?
I really didn't know. I was like, let's get a, C word. Oof. Drop the C bomb. I was corrected, Ben.
Was you?
Yes.
Dubai, was that a university where people...
Somebody who wasn't a C word. Which, yeah. And they were younger than me. But that's not an appropriate word. I didn't know them. I'd never honestly thought of it as degrading, or I just thought it was literally shorter than saying, let's go for a Chinese.
Yeah, but people do tend to say that more now, don't they? It's,
We'll pop
that
down
term
the
has
C
kind
word.
of disappeared, really.
Well,
Language
everything
changes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Meanings and...
Yeah. So the next one is excellence. Outstandingly stupid judgment.
Right.
The candidate's foolishness must be unique and sensational, likely because the award is intended to be funny.
I like their honesty.
Yeah?
So you've got to be killed in an exceedingly daft way.
Self-selection, the cause of one's own demise. Killing a friend with a hand grenade would not be eligible, but killing oneself while manufacturing a homemade chimney cleaning device from a hand grenade would be eligible. And then maturity, capable of sound judgment. The nominee must be at least past the legal driving age and free from mental defect. Northcott considers injury or death caused by mental defect to be tragic rather than amusing, and routinely disqualifies such entries.
No one wants to see a retard cut off that car.
Oh! Dropped it. I'm not the only one who drops the other bomb.
He's right though. The Vernon Manning of podcasts.
Gotta live up to our name, haven't we?
Yeah. So yeah, you got to be 18 or over. If you're under 18, they won't consider you.
Yeah, fair enough. I suppose that's right.
Yeah. And lastly, the veracity. You must be verified.
Okay.
It's got to be reported in a mainstream media outlet, basically.
Okay.
Reputable newspaper articles, confirmed TV reports, or responsible eyewitnesses. So,
There
who
we
would
go.
like to pick the first one, and from what year would you like? We're
Well-
going to pick some random ones out, and we're going to laugh about them.
The first one that has caught my eye,
mainly because
my dear co-hosts,
Sorry.
is
That one.
Masturbator Meets Hard End.
Oh, I always want to say that our next episode is a film special, and it's
Yeah.
Threads,
Right.
and it's going to be fucking harrowing. So we're getting the
Okay.
laughs in now.
Okay.
There ain't going to be much of that going on next week.
Nope.
Oh, I'm a download next week, so it'll be the week after.
Okay.
Just dropping that in.
It says.
This is in 2016.
Oh, and we should say actually right up front, all this that we're reading is from DarwinAwards.com, and I imagine it's all their copyright and it's their content. So thank you to them. Go there. It's a good website. So this is called Masturbator Meets Hard End.
Won the award in 2016.
Confirmed true by Darwin. It was not traffic he was trying to beat. 22nd January 2016, Michigan. Referred to as a, quote, distracted driver, Clifford Ray Jones, 58, was driving without pants, without a seatbelt, and with a porno flick screening on his mobile device. Add a wide open sunroof on a cold winter Sunday, and you have a recipe for disaster. He should have kept his hands on the wheel instead of the stick. In the wee hours, at 3:40 a.m, Clifford's Toyota went out of control on the on-ramp to the I-75, rolled and crashed, ejaculating our hero through the sunroof in a spectacular climax to his life. Come and gone, Clifford and his beloved Wanky will be fondly remembered in our archives.
I hope he at least finished before he was propelled through the wind open sunroof.
That is incredibly irresponsible. He didn't even bother to put the pants on. He's not like he's even trying to hide it, is it? Like, what can he say to him? He gets pulled over, like, yeah, sorry, officer, I forgot my pants.
I think it's not like you with your automated mannequin on, right?
That's much safer.
That's much safer.
I don't have to take my hands off the
It's
wheel.
hands free.
Exactly.
You know, you just wind it up, off it goes.
Isn't it battery powered at least?
Well, it could be, yeah. That's the later models.
Pulley system.
We're on the prototype at the minute.
That's steam powered, is it? That could be dangerous.
Yes, you keep feeding coal into a small engine.
How desperate for a wank do you think I am?
Prototypes, guys. This is progress. You're the test subject.
Stoke the boiler, I'm going for a wank.
That should be on a t-shirt. Imagine a Mike action figure and you press the button. Stoke the boiler, I'm going for a wank.
One day I want Mike to have his own action figure.
That's his
That
catchphrase.
would be awesome.
Comes a selection of 5 phrases.
No one wants to see a retard cutting off his car.
Words of
My dick's
wisdom.
in another dimension.
Oh, God.
I'm the science officer. Did you fag him? Did you fag him?
We gotta change the system.
Oh, there's got to be a political one in there, hasn't there?
I'm a crypto Marxist. Fuck capitalism.
Capitalist pigs. Oh yeah. Somebody out there make it, please.
I'm going to finance it when we get enough money. Of course it'll have no dick.
Well, obviously.
Oh man. Well, when I was a kid, I had a pirate action figure. It was like a no-brand sort of one you'd get from a cheap shop, and it had 5 buttons and 5 phrases. It was only small, about yay big, I'm gesturing about 5-6 inches. And one of them was, Dead men tell no tales.
That's horrifying.
I pressed that button so many times in my youth, it's burned. It's literally burnt in my... I can hear it in the exact voice. Isn't that a pretty heavy thing, you know?
Yeah.
For like a little person... I was really little, like...
Just a bit.
Dead men tell no tales.
He says, hey, you committed a crime, kill the witnesses.
Yeah, basically. And then the other ones, you know, just like, ah, ha, 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 was one of them, you know, all fairly innocent. And then I just remember just pressing that one over and over again going, fuck.
I should burn my house down.
I actually remember trying to think, well, what does it actually mean? And when it hit me, like, oh, you kill people, they can't tell tales on you. So that's why I've been on a sort of long, drawn-out murdering spree since I was 6. Yeah.
Do you think that's what caused your, lifetime of drug addiction?
Addiction's a strong word, man.
Drug usage?
Usage is a much better word. Recreational, fun times. Hey.
Do you remember a few years ago there was that little teddy that he pulled its cord and it was meant to say like Jingle Bell, sing Jingle Bell. Instead, it was singing paedophile. Paedophile.
Can we get that bear and send it to Tommy Robinson?
To keep him cozy in jail.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Program it to go off every hour regardless of what he does to it.
But just going back to my alleged addiction, never lost a job.
Addiction was a strong word, I do apologise.
Lost a lot of jobs. Never left a job. Lost them by not going back to them. But I've been employed at the same place for over 10 years actually.
It's impressive.
Yeah, because they don't have piss tests.
No.
If I worked at one of these big factories, I'd be fucked.
I don't get a piss test.
Oh, you're lucky. They're getting more and more common. I hate it. Not just because I use drugs, but I actually see it as an invasion.
Yeah,
of
it is,
fucking
man. This is
human
fucking
rights.
awful, this is, man.
Privacy.
Unless you're doing something...
At work.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're not capable of doing your job because you're
That's
impaired,
it. If it's...
right?
Yeah,
that's
you
different.
turn up
But what you do in your
off your ass.
own fucking time
That's it, man.
is completely your own. Yeah, I think it's horrific. Trying to enforce your behaviour outside of work.
Democratise the workplace.
Join a union. Fight the power.
Oh, democracy doesn't work. I think we've established that.
So, should we have another funny death?
Yeah.
Hey.
Should we give a submission the vote on this?
Oh yeah, well, I'll give that one
I'll give it an 8.
an 8. Yeah, I'd agree.
It's fun.
Yeah, the guy essentially did something very silly. He wanked himself to death, really.
Well, he just crashed the car while wanking.
Didn't have a seatbelt
Through
on.
the sunroof.
Went out the sunroof.
Let's go for an early one. Let's go to 1995.
Way back
now.
It's out at the side of the screen.
Way back when.
Wait a minute, man. Oh, the JATO Rocket Car. I've heard about this. This is a favourite of mine, actually.
Okay. The JATO Rocket Car.
Yeah. The Arizona Highway Patrol were mystified when they came upon a pile of smouldering wreckage embedded in the side of a cliff rising above the road at the apex of a curve. The metal debris resembled the site of an airplane crash, but it turned out to be the vaporised remains of an automobile. The make of the vehicle was unidentifiable at the scene. The folks in the lab finally figured out what it was and pieced together the events that came up to its demise. It seemed that a former Air Force sergeant had somehow got hold of a JATO, which is a jet-assisted takeoff unit. That's you remember the Harrier jump jet?
Mm-hmm.
That had a JATO as well as a VTOL, which is vertical takeoff and landing.
Right.
But to get off the short runway of a British aircraft carrier, it needed a JATO.
Okay, so that's a bad boy. Very hardcore.
It will take him. Anyway, we'll get into that. So he got hold of that. So dry desert lay beds are the obvious location choice of breaking world ground speed record. The sergeant took the JATO unit into the Arizona desert, found a long straight stretch of road, and attached the JATO unit to his car. Jumped in, accelerated at a high speed, and fired off the rocket. Well, it's an engine, but technically.
Okay.
The facts, as best can be determined, are as follows. The operator was driving a 1967 Chevy Impala, lovely car. I'll say one thing about the American cars, the old ones are best. They had some great old cars in the 60s and 70s. The big muscle cars are beautiful. Yeah. They're much better than what we were churning out. Well, we were churning out really good cars, they were shitly built. But anyway, yeah.
Better than the Soviets.
Better than a Trabant or a Lada, I'll give you that. He ignited the JATO approximately 3.9 miles from the crash site. This was established by the location of a prominently scorched and melted strip of asphalt. The vehicle quickly reached a speed of between 250 and 300 miles an hour and continued at that speed under full power for an additional 20 to 25 seconds. The soon-to-be pilot experienced G-forces usually reserved for dogfighting F-14 jocks under full afterburners.
Wow.
The Chevy remained on the straight highway for approximately 2.6 miles, which was 15 to 20 seconds, before the driver applied the brakes, completely melting them, blowing the tyres and leaving thick rubber marks on the road surface. The vehicle then became airborne for an additional 1.3 miles and impacted the cliff face at a height of 125 feet and left a blackened crater 3 feet deep in the rock.
Wow.
That is a way to go, my friends.
Fuck me.
I kind of hope he'd received a really bad diagnosis from a doctor and thought, you know what, fuck it. I've always wanted to do that and I'm going to do it.
He had like a whiskey and a cigar as he was going, you know, screw you, world.
I'd imagine he was
Having a
blacked
wank.
out. I'd imagine if you remember, he's doing, what was it?
But
300
that
miles
sort of G-force
that
he was
300 miles an
wanking.
hour in a Chevy Impala with that G-force.
His dick would be stuck to his belly.
Yeah, he's probably blacked out. Like, actually, he couldn't have been because he tried to brake.
Yeah, it's bollocks.
And
Isn't
imagine
it?
the thought when he finally putting them brakes on.
It's bogus, confirmed bogus.
Oh, what the fuck?
Ah,
Oh, well, it's still fun. I don't care.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's still a
I
funny
always
story.
thought this one was real, but apparently it's
Yeah. Oh man. The Chevy remained on the straight highway, yeah, doing that bit, and most of the driver's remains are not recovered. However, small fragments of bone, teeth, and hair were extracted from the crater, and fingernail and bone shards removed, with a piece of debris believed to be a portion of the steering wheel. Ironically, a still legible bumper sticker was found recording, "How would you like my driving? Dial 1-800-EAT shit." Oh, it's bogus.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a shame,
gutted.
man.
I am gutted.
Yeah.
The rocket car.
I love the idea of that.
It would be a fun way to go. Well, not fun necessarily, but hopefully it'd be quick. You know, like you said, if you'd had a terminal diagnosis.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah, you know, and you're into your jet engines and stuff. You're like, you know what I want to do? Got to the middle of nowhere, just jet myself into a rock.
Yeah.
You know, rotting with Jimi Hendrix blasting out the
Oh,
sound system and whatever he was into.
And I'd all on the Watchtower
Fair
for a
enough.
Hendrix track if I was going to go for that.
Written by Mr. Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Yes, originally. Hendrix's
Fair
version's better though.
version,
Yeah.
Of course.
So Mike, do you want to pick a year and pick
Yeah.
an award?
I'll go 2017 Steamy Buns.
Steamy Buns.
Why not?
Confirmed true.
Yeah, this is confirmed true. We should have really read that at the top of the screen for that
Well,
one,
you
shouldn't
know.
we? It's a good story.
It was a good story.
A
So,
spiritual magician died after accidentally steaming himself to death in a stainless steel wok while performing a ritual to cleanse body and soul. Mr. Limbar, known professionally as Black Dog,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
had been performing human steaming for more than a decade, despite family objections.
human steaming.
I love the fact he's called Black Dog. That's a cool nickname.
The 68-year-old guru sat in lotus position in the giant stainless steel steamer, and rice, sweet
What?
corn and vegetarian buns alongside him to also be steamed. He's just wandered into a cannibal fucking tribe, hasn't he?
He's making a stew of himself.
I imagine the worst when they open up and go, "Oh man, lunch is ruined."
It smells of dead guy.
Black Dog clasped his hands in prayer as the lid was lowered over him and a fire was lit under the wok.
Oh God.
They really lit a fire under his buns. But after 30 minutes, this steamy scenario went wrong. Devotees heard the magician knocking frantically from inside the steamer. The lid was raised and Lim was found unconscious, steam billowing around him. Suffering from major second-degree burns, the man died of a heart attack.
Wow.
So he's a guru, Gaz. What do you think of that?
Well,
That was in Malaysia.
that's why I'm a good guru, because I'm not going to hurt myself in that fashion. Where did it occur? Koalas Sanglang, a small coastal village in northern Malaysia. Well, what a fucking idiot. I mean, that shows you. That shows you
You
the...
can't call a man who's called Black Dog an idiot. That's one of the coolest nicknames ever. You want some Black Dog?
That shows
It's
you
fucking brilliant.
the fucking lunacy of religion. The lengths people will go to prove something.
Boiled himself alive.
Yeah, the fucking tool.
Man, I thought it was bad in a sauna.
Well,
You know, or a steam room. I can't stick more than like 10 minutes in a
he
steam
was
room.
directly over the fire. What did the fool
30
expect in a
minutes.
wok? He cooked himself alive.
It's major second degree burns. I'm trying to think. Oh, it's not as bad as third degree burns, which is like right down into deep into the flesh, but it's certainly like major blisters.
Well, he had a heart attack anyway, so
Oh yeah.
that's
But thing is, after 30 minutes, it starts banging on the fucking pot. They're like, should we have a look then?
They
or what?
thought it was boiling noises, you know, when the lid's just sort of wobbling. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. When something's boiling on the pan, you know, the lid sort of wobbles a bit. They probably thought it was that for a while. Then like, oh
Oh,
no,
Black Dog's in there.
oh that's him. Oh Christ, open it. But he might have said, "Don't you fucking open this" before he got
Oh,
in there.
yeah, that's true.
This is going to
I'm
prove.
thinking they
God.
forgot about this. Sit there for like 20 minutes.
Having
They
smoking
didn't
some of
set
the
the timer.
smoking some of the local weed, like, you know, fucking. God, I can't wait for lunch. Got the munchies, man.
Everyone goes off for lunch.
Has anyone seen the Guru? Oh shit! What? Oh fuck! We'll have burnt him. He'll be no
Oh
good
no,
for anyone.
me vegetarian buns.
Oh no! Yeah, I'm a bit hungry actually.
They'd be that fucking awkward vegan at the fucking workplace's buns, wouldn't they? Everyone else would have that normal. Oh, can't put my vegan buns next to yours.
He must have fallen asleep in there.
Well, not in that fucking
No,
heat.
fuck off! In that, Mike, if I put you in a big frying pan that was directly over a fire,
Yeah, not even
it's
like.
not searing
Yeah.
you
Yeah, but at first it'd be a nice warmth, wouldn't it? You just sort of nod off.
for a couple of minutes.
Until you literally start melting to the
Yeah,
bottom of the flesh.
That's when you start banging. It's too late.
It doesn't
Are
take
you
the
wearing
pan.
asbestos trousers?
Doesn't take the pan long to get hot as hell, does it?
That was
Well,
a good one.
Out of the
Yeah.
frying pan into the
I'm going to
fire.
give that one a 9.
Oh, alright, fair enough. I'll go with that. I like that. That is stupidity.
That is religious stupidity at its finest. Steamy buns.
Can we take a break for the next one?
Yeah. We're back. So, what one have you got for us,
This
guys?
is called Male Mammoth Morons. And it's been confirmed true by the site.
Like
It says,
mine.
today's group Darwin Award is for the males of the woolly mammoth species Mathmomothus primigenus. I think that's how you say the Latin, but anyway.
Everyone knows what a woolly mammoth is.
Yeah,
it's alright.
fucking hell,
They're
you don't-
fucking awesome. I love them.
Yeah, you don't need Latin to know what a mammoth is.
I like
Anyway.
one of them as a pet.
An elephant species extinct for about 10,000 years, in part due to the male's penchant for fossilisation. In the normal course of events, a mammoth corpse is not preserved, yet a minority find themselves wedged in glacial ice, swallowed by sinkholes, taffy-footed in a tar seep, or covered over by mud, and those peculiarly preserved pachyderms are mostly males. Multiple causes for the extinction are likely, yet the tendency of males to wander away from the herd and win Darwin Awards cannot have improved the species' survival odds. Swedish mammothologist, that's a cool name, Love Dahlén,
Ooh.
reported in Current Biology that 70% of about 100 woolly mammoth remains sexed by his research team were male. Quote, in many species, males tend to do somewhat stupid things that end up getting them killed in silly ways. The author confided his journal article cited another study of 14 South Dakota mammoths, of which 13 were males. Natural traps have a fatal fascination for the boys, which leaves the female elephants dumbfounded and presumably grateful for a matriarchal society. Excuse me. The animals vanished so recently that people can eat mammoth meat pulled from the Arctic refrigerator. If the extinct mammoth is resurrected through the alchemy of modern biology, how long can the mammoth species survive before their male members steer the species back into extinction?
I, for one, would like to see the woolly mammoth back.
That would be pretty awesome.
And I'd like them to make them quite small, so I could have one as a pet.
Well, you don't want them big and going crazy, because those tusks, they could impale, I'm going to guess, about 9 or 10 human bodies.
Yeah, it looks pretty
on
big.
each.
So if you made them like dog size, give them shorter
Still pretty
tusks.
dangerous.
Give them shorter tusks.
You just want a very small hairy elephant, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, that would, I admit, be quite cool.
Max is
I
going famously with that.
I did always want a micro pig.
Yeah.
And little pigs.
Yeah, but apparently then there's no such thing as a micro pig. Apparently they just grow to be quite big.
No, there is a micro
People
pig,
get
but
ripped
people
off.
get ripped off.
Yeah,
Because they say it's a micro pig, it's just a
it's
baby.
just a pig.
6 weeks later, it's
Yeah.
smashing all your furniture.
Shitting all over your floor.
And you're a prisoner in your own bedroom, it's screaming at the door, and it's huge. You
Just
know?
breaks the door down.
Yeah, so essentially, woolly mammoth males, like human males, are daft bastards, and they look down holes and go, "Oh, what's down there? Oh!"
Yeah. Oh, I bet I can jump that glacier.
Yeah, I bet you, I can run faster than a mudslide.
Yeah.
No,
Hold my
you
beer.
can't. What? Yeah. Oh, my mammoth beer. Watch this.
I bet it is literally a mammoth beer
Yeah.
as well. It's fucking huge.
Here comes the mud. Oh. But quite amazing that you could dig up a mammoth corpse and eat the meat.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Do you want a mammoth burger?
I want a
10,000
mammoth.
years old.
I want
Yeah.
a mammoth burger. I don't
In
necessarily.
size.
I don't necessarily want a mammoth burger.
Because the thing is, I don't want an elephant burger.
No.
No, I don't like the fact there's an elephant burger about.
I'll eat a cow 'cause I'm a hypocrite, but that's just the way society works.
I prefer elephants to cows.
Food wise?
Just generally,
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean,
elephants are great. Cows are a bit dull. You know, they produce milk and they taste good.
we
There
should
you go.
we should worship them like they do in other countries, but then we couldn't eat them. That'd suck.
Yeah,
We'd
and
have
that
to-
lack of bacon thing with Islam, that's shocking.
Then we'd have to have cow festivals.
So I'm not down with that. I don't like cows that much.
Yeah. Right. So yeah,
So I eat.
What do you want to give it?
give it a 6. It wasn't that insane, really. It's just mammoths being idiots.
Yeah, I kind of admire the fact they're all males. Maybe they're not so different after all.
It's nice to know we have, some kinship with our male counterparts in the mammoth world.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, let's go for Low Flying Drunks from 2008.
Low flying drunks.
Oh, unconfirmed. Oh,
Unconfirmed doesn't
why am I
mean
picking
it's-
out the fucking ones that are unconfirmed or bogus? Maybe it's just I'm just drawn by sensationalism.
Maybe.
1996, Canada. Sleeping residents of Chilliwack, that's a great name for a town, were awakened early one morning by the sound of a small aircraft flying lower than usual. The engine noise was like a mosquito, zooming too close too quick, then veering away. What the bleep was going
There's a
on?
mosquito in the room, obviously.
Maybe.
Or
During-
giant fucking 6-foot mosquito.
Oh, like a mosquito coast.
Mosquito coast.
You don't want to go to Mosquito Coast. Mosquitoes as big as your fucking head, man.
Fuck that. But use a chainsaw.
What, on mosquitoes?
If there was
That'd be quite deep.
yeah.
That'd be even a Darwin Award in itself, because you'd definitely end up cutting a leg off
Probably.
and your nuts, because you'd swing for it, miss, and
Yeah.
just slice yourself in half.
Quite possibly, but
I think a
I've seen-
flamethrower's in need.
That would be good, but I've seen all the Sharknado
Yeah.
movies, and I would
That's something to
have...
be proud of.
Yes, it is. That's an achievement that not many people
I've never seen one.
have the mental makeup and the patience to sit through 5 of those pieces of shit.
You've either got incredibly low expectations or a brain like Fry from Futurama.
Ben, they're wonderful.
Isn't the final one called Thank God It's the Last One or something?
Yeah, and it's got Nazis and time travel and it's going to be amazing. I mean, the one before had like lightsabers and
They just couldn't give a fuck at that point, then, only could they?
space and they're fucking
They got a
amazing.
Sharknado in space.
They're amazing.
Yeah, it's
films.
just a complete fucking joke on films, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and they know their shit. They know they've got no money. Do you know who the company is that make them? What
No.
they're famous for?
Transmorphers, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they started off they're called the Asylum, and they make what are called mockbusters.
I got you.
Their entire business model in the early days was they would make films like Mike just said, Transmorphers, for like literally about $4,000. You know, and get a bunch of students to work for free or something.
Bunch of drama students.
yeah.
Hope
Get it out-
people buy it
Yeah,
by
get it out on
mistake.
DVD. Yeah, hope that your auntie or your granny or someone buys it by mistake, and enough people did to maintain this business for years. And then they got into making actual something for sci-fi, and they did Sharknado. That actually got popular, bizarrely. Excuse me.
Just how shit it is. I think everyone.
Yeah, it's wonderfully shit. Gleefully shit.
I mean, I do like a shit B movie. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Probably made for 50 quid. That.
Yeah.
George Clooney's first acting role.
Ben, give Sharknado 3 a go.
All right. Okay. Do I need to watch the previous 2? Or?
Fuck no.
And also, have you seen was it the fucking Iron Sky?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, so do I.
See? That's great.
Yeah. Do you want to watch there is a second one, I don't know if it's been released or not.
No,
But it involves Hollow Earth and Nazis at the centre of the Earth.
I did see a maybe preview where I saw Hitler on a T-Rex.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, I hope that comes out.
And I think the female US president is there and she starts morphing into one of them, I don't know, that's what I got from the trailer.
Lizard people.
No, Nazi Hollow Earthers.
Well, it's all true. Possibly. Allegedly.
We've visited Hollow Earth.
Yeah, we know that shit.
Yeah.
So, what
Back
happened
to
here?
Chilliwack.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Chilliwack. I'd live in Chilliwack. During a bout of heavy drinking that lasted the wee hours of the morning, 2 future Darwin Award nominees realised that although neither one of them had a pilot's licence nor flight training, they nevertheless knew all they needed to know how to pilot an aircraft. Furthermore, one of the gentlemen worked at the small local airport and had access to the tarmac.
Oh god.
They drew the obvious conclusion and decided to take a plane for a drunken joyride over the city. They invited 2 females along for the ride. Fortunately, the level-headed ladies declined. And this is very much a man thing then, isn't it?
Goes back to the last story.
Yeah.
The mammoths.
From idea to execution, the plan evolved quickly. The airport employee unlocked gates. Once on the tarmac, the 2 then managed to break into a small plane, taxi to the runway, and get off the ground into the sky. They buzzed around in the dark, skimming over the roofs of the houses, and this random aerial activity went on for an extended period of time. Eventually, their bladders began to complain, but they no longer remembered how to find the airport. Disorientated, they attempted to land on the grassy median between east and westbound lanes at the Trans-Canada Highway, and almost made it under the electrical wires that crossed the median. Almost. Where these wires were concerned, fate was not kind. The tail, the aircraft clipped the wires. Instead of making a soft landing on the grassy verge, the aircraft took a nosedive first in the ground, killing both occupants. Only then were the Chilliwack residents able to return to their dreams.
Oh, well, that's alright then.
Yeah. I give it a 7.
That does.
Drunken flying.
I just like the visual of the aeroplane going along, hits the wire, and then literally in an instant,
Just face plants.
Dong, bong, yeah, an aeroplane face plant, the equivalent of, and then explodes, obviously. Like it would in a movie.
Yeah, there's actually a good scene in Deadpool 2 where Brad Pitt makes a cameo.
Okay. It's already a spoiler.
Not really.
Okay.
Because I haven't told you anything about what happens.
Okay, let's
You
leave
say
it there.
Look out for him.
I will. Listeners, don't listen.
Spoiler.
No, listen. Listeners, listen, just not to spoilers. Well, you should have seen it. This will come out. Cut that bit.
Yeah, but it's going to be 2 or 3 weeks after.
It's me talking shit, I meant, afterwards. That's what I mean. It'll come out 2 or 3 weeks later, so... You want to pick... it's your go, Mike.
Yep, I'll go 2008 as well, and I'll go for Boner.
Is that all it's called, literally?
Yeah.
The story is called Boner.
Well, this has got there's going to be one or 2 things, isn't it?
I hope somebody doesn't get... Oh no, there's always nobody else involved, so...
Yeah.
I was going to say someone got shagged to death, but... Confirmed true!
Yeah. A 50-year-old man was bird hunting in upstate New York with his buddies and his faithful canine companion. They stopped for a smoke and his dog found a deer leg bone. The man tried to take the bone away, but like any right-thinking dog, the animal would not relinquish its treasure. He stayed just out of reach. Frustrated with the blatant show of disobedience, the man grabbed his loaded shotgun by the muzzle and began wielding it like a club.
What a dick.
Each time he swung it, the dog dodged. Suddenly, the club struck the ground and fired, shooting the man in the abdomen. He was airlifted to a nearby hospital where he died from his injuries. He did remain conscious long enough to confirm this account to police, otherwise his poor friends might now be under suspicion. At least he didn't hit the dog.
Too fucking right, what a prick.
I know.
What an absolute prick, he deserves that.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Well, that's why he's got a Darwin Award.
Yeah.
I'm going to give that 10 for being a knobhead.
Stupidity of swinging it. I mean, obviously he's a cunt for trying to hurt an animal.
Yeah.
But the stupidity, even though I know I've never handled a gun, swinging a loaded weapon like it's a club wildly, it's surely a knob thing to do in any situation, hitting a dog or not. But, you've handled guns in the...
But you'd never swing it around. You'd never swing it around by a barrel.
Exactly.
By the barrel.
Isn't that gun training 101?
Yeah. Well, first of all, if you fired it recently, it's going to be fucking hot.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, it's quite fragile. The barrel. It's a piece of. It's a circle of steel. It's not. You know, they're not designed to be picked up and swung around by it. In sort of, if you were fighting close up, you would probably use the butt of it.
Yeah, I've seen enough action movies to know that.
Yeah, but you'd never swing it, but unless you had a musket. They did used to do that, but they were made of like wood and steel.
Okay.
So the wood, you know, it was a big fucking...
People used to swing them like baseball bats.
Yeah.
So they'd run out of...
I'd say you took a horse out.
Oh, awesome.
If you were facing cavalry and you had a musket back in the day, you'd be in a square formation.
You'd have a bayonet.
You'd have a bayonet, but if you got too close, you'd fucking swing it like a club.
Yeah.
You see, you haven't had time to put your bayonet on because you've got to fix it on. The horse comes up to you, swing it round, hit the horse in the mouth with the butt of the rifle, throws the rider. Horse is fine, rider's on the ground, then you can finish him off.
You take my life, but I take yours too. You fire your musket, but I'll run you through.
Yes!
Oh. On a complete side note, I went on a geek, speaking of Iron Maiden, looking at Eddie frickin' statues and action figures, man. Oh, some of them aren't cheap.
But they're not. Everything Iron Maiden
But
is expensive.
Every era of Eddie, though, there's like an intensely detailed, either an action figure with real clothes on or an amazing statue. Like, oh man, so cool.
I would like the Trooper tattoo done. I must admit.
I've thought of that actually as well. I love that. That's my favourite Eddie. And oh no, that is my favourite Eddie, but close second is Cyborg Eddie from Somewhere in Time.
Oh, I thought that. I did sort of think that for a second there.
He's awesome.
Which one's is? Yeah, it's gonna be Cyborg Eddie. Yeah,
he's awesome.
No, I like Egyptian Eddie.
Egyptian Eddie's awesome.
Which album was it?
That's Power Slave.
Power Slave. Yeah.
He's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I love that they went with the... I was thinking about that for the listener. We talked about this off mic, but it's a small tangent. I'll keep it brief. But I've been on a rabbit hole of fucking pyramid documentaries this weekend. It did keep popping into my mind that Iron Maiden were using that imagery in the 80s. You know, like before the internet went. I bet not that many people could talk about that sort of thing.
No one.
Do you know what I mean? Like only in underground circles and that. And they were into all that and using that image, singing about the Eye of Horus and all that, yeah. Why must I be a power slave? Which fits in with the theory that I mentioned earlier, that the pyramids were Tesla towers.
Right.
Powering a futuristic city which is from the past.
Back
to the Darwin
Maybe
Awards.
they just got a song out of an obscure idea.
Ben, do you remember in the old wrestling in the 80s, Bobby Heenan would refer to himself as a broadcast journalist, even though he was clearly a clown?
Yes, yeah. Was he the brain, Bobby Heenan?
Yes,
R.I.P.
the brain. Yeah, R.I.P. bless him. I am a broadcast journalist.
Well, if Bobby Heenan can class himself as one Gaz, you definitely can. In that case, so can I, and so can Mike.
I have been doing journalism on Netflix.
Not reading any academic papers.
I've been reading David Icke's book as well.
That's not an academic paper.
It is.
So, Dr. St. Ike, you know, is he? Yes. Professor St. Ike.
Goalkeeper, Professor St. whatever you want. He's a secret agent as well.
But he just listens to blokes down the pub.
You can't rule out any source in the search for truth and justice and the American way. No, I'm joking. So yeah, that's back to the Darwin Awards. Is it my go? I'll pick a simple one. Tree.
Hang on, is it me?
Oh, whose goes it? I forgot. Oh, Mike went last.
Gaz next.
Gaz next, okay.
How dare you?
Sorry.
We do one more each then?
Yeah.
Simple one. Tree versus man.
Hey.
Oh, I guess my money's on tree. Unless he's got a chainsaw.
Confirmed true. 2004 Darwin Award winner. 21st of December 2004, Georgia, USA. It looked at first like a bizarre traffic accident. Smoke rose from the charred remains of a large tree that had toppled onto a smouldering pickup truck. The body of a man, burned beyond recognition, was found inside the truck. Investigators were puzzled. How could the truck have collided with a tree behind a house? And why did the tree fall onto the truck instead of away from it? And what had started the fire?
We didn't start the fire. It's always burning since the world's been turning. That's probably all we can sing.
Yeah, Apple are listening. We're sorry, Apple. As the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, it became clear that the dead man was the victim of his own good deed.
Oh, man.
Reggie, 47, had offered to... had offered to remove a tree behind his girlfriend's house. He borrowed his father's pickup truck, apparently in the belief that he could yank out the bottom of the tree, which would then, cartoon-like, fall away from the truck. He tied the truck to the tree and floored the accelerator.
I like his thinking so far. At least he's got a plan.
Not a great plan.
No, but a plan nonetheless.
The uprooted tree, surprisingly, pulled in the direction of the force, toppled onto the truck, crushing the cab and trapping Reggie. The still running engine eventually overheated, starting a grass fire which ignited the truck's gas tank, turning it into a fireball that spread to the tree.
Jesus.
Wow.
Thankfully for Reggie, police determined he was probably dead before the truck caught fire.
Probably isn't. I'd love to be one of the guys that has to figure this shit out though, wouldn't you?
I know how fucking pikey this is. I know how to remove a goddamn tree. I'm not bringing no man to come in and charge me $500. I'll borrow this pickup truck.
Oh, my daddy's pickup truck.
Daddy, can I borrow you a pickup truck? What are you gonna do with it, son? Pull out a tree? Sure. Here's the keys.
This is a perfect example of why science is important. You gotta
Yeah,
know
exactly.
physics.
He literally, like it says there, cartoon style, he expected pull the bottom of the tree and it'll go whoop 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 whoop. And like,
Roadrunner.
sort of, yeah, do a flip and go that way. Well, no, you're just going to pull it towards you, you bellend. He didn't even think to chop it, like...
Yeah.
Even me, I know, in theory, and I've done it to a very small tree with my friend's supervision, who is a gardener. I know how to get down a tree. It's fairly simple. It's sort of common sense, isn't it? You sort of weaken the wedge bit where you want it, and it'll go that way.
Yeah.
You didn't even know that bit. That's where you go. My education system is important, it turns out.
I don't think to any of these winners it is, to be fair.
Or just thinking
Well, it's
things
let them down
through.
a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The education system, I think.
Or just, sort of think things through a bit. Because, mate, one of my rules is, because I will have a bit of a go at DIY, I'm not the handiest person in the world, but my sort of rule is, if I know I'm absolutely out of my depth, there's no way I'll touch it.
Yeah.
I just literally won't even bother doing a half-assed job, either fuck something up massively, or, as these awards prove, kill oneself in a daft fashion.
Yeah.
There's no shame as a man in calling another man who knows more than you.
No.
But some men, don't have that ability.
Some men
then.
you just can't reach.
No, some men, honestly, are that pig-headed, aren't they? This is why this list, I guarantee you this list, I'd love someone to do a scientific study on the male-to-female ratio of this entire
I'll
list.
guarantee you they're all men.
There's got to be a couple of women in it. Well, I did read one about a couple earlier that basically shagged next to a lake in a car in Russia, didn't put the handbrake on and rolled into the river and died.
But I bet you it was the guy's idea to have sex next to the lake
Yeah.
and forgot to put the handbrake on.
Yeah. But, yeah, you're right there. I see your point. So, but there's got to be one or two women on here. Whose turn is it?
I don't know, me, so let's scroll a bit. Let's have something more recent. I went back in time for the last one. The human bottle rocket. I read that one earlier, actually, yeah. Just up in 2005, Mike directly above. There you go.
A bottle rocket.
Yeah.
Confirmed true.
Yay!
Well done,
First one I've done today. Evolution presents the human bottle rocket. At-risk survivor, we think. Could be a Darwin Award.
Okay, so not necessarily dead.
No, but...
He could be sterile.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
And this is from the UK.
I love that it says, that it says category...
Private parts, fireworks.
Okay.
Incident circa November the 8th, 2006. News only now reaching the ears of Charles Darwin. From his ears to your eyes. Sunderland, England. Paramedics.
Hey, hometown one. Well, not hometown.
Home country.
Yeah.
England. Paramedics found a prone man suffering injuries including a scorched colon caused by a black cat thunderbolt rocket. Now I'm willing to bet, as Sunderland are known as the Black Cats, as their nickname,
Oh, no.
I'm willing to bet he was a Sunderland
We should
fan.
explain Sunderland football team.
Sunderland football team.
Are known as...
Their nickname is the Black Cats.
Yeah.
And he used a rocket called a black cat.
Yeah.
Well done, Ben.
Yeah.
See, maybe I'll let you have a broadcast journalist badge as well.
Oh,
That
wow.
was live journalism. Did you see that? I mean,
Yeah.
hear it, listener. Wow, so he burnt his colon and...
The 22-year-old had unbelievably inserted the rocket into his backside, laid down on his front side, and lit the fuse in an attempt to make the rocket fly up into the air. But it was pointing the other way.
God!
The Regional Firework Association chairman spoke for all of us, and he said, "This sort of thing is beyond disbelief." It's beyond belief, sorry. Yeah, what kind of an idiot do you have to be?
Oh, do you get a rocket upside down,
Right.
even if it's not in your
Right,
ass?
But the thing is, right, I can understand the fact that he wanted to launch it out of his backside. He's very, very drunk.
We've all
Anyone
seen
do that?
Jackass.
And what's that film, The Brothers Grimsby, where they do it? Have you seen that?
Love that movie.
Yeah, great film.
Again, this guy is not very good at physics.
No.
Wow.
But the thing is, this isn't even physics. This is just like, shouldn't the stick go up my ass? He's pushed the thickest part of it into his backside. And then put the thin stick end in. If you're going to do it, put the thin stick end in, not the fat rocket head that's fatter at the top than it is all the way through.
I am willing to bet that my girlfriend's 4-year-old knows naturally the shape of a rocket, which end is the bit that goes up in the sky, which bit isn't. It's just a natural.
Well, the pointy
common
bit gives
sense
it away,
sense, isn't it?
The pointy
It's like an
end
arrow.
does give it away, yeah.
Wow. The level of... There has to be so much intoxication. Let's do some broadcast journalism. Like, we'll continue with the Black Cat thing. So, he's a fan of the football team.
Yeah.
Sunderland, up north, known as a pretty hard place. Pretty rough place, not much
Grimdark
to do.
up north.
A lot of drinking goes on.
Does.
This man was clearly mind-fuck drunk.
I know, but even so, why would you put the thick
There
end
was a-
up?
Wow, yeah, I mean...
I know that unless it's like a dig at Sunderland. In 2006, they were still in the Premiership.
It's confirmed true, though, this one. It's not like a...
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were still in the Prem. They've never done particularly great in the Prem, so maybe it was like a dig at the club. Like, I'm gonna put this rocket up my ass because this is a better effort than you guys are in
that
Chelsea.
is
Scored.
serious committed fandom, though,
yeah,
isn't it? Like, I will destroy my own anus in protest at how bad the football team was performing. I'm
they've
so glad I'm not a hardcore football fan.
They've just gone down to League One.
Oh.
Double relegation.
Oh, but this was this was 2006.
Well, yeah, but they weren't doing great then.
They've always been a bit shit, haven't they? Let's be honest.
They've always been near there or thereabouts at the bottom. So yeah, it's
Second best team in the northeast. Always, isn't it?
third best now. Middlesbrough, brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that time when we were young when Middlesbrough signed loads of Brazilians?
Juninho.
Yeah, remember that? What
He
was
was-
going on there?
He was a quality
Did,
player,
did,
though.
did somebody from Middlesbrough, the town, suddenly come into a shit ton of money?
Yeah.
and be like,
Yeah, basically bought the club.
I'm going to give my local team
Yeah.
some money to get some Brazilians.
Yeah,
Is that seriously?
But Ravanelli, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, the silver feather,
They just got promoted, didn't they? And
the white feather.
Fucking
Was it the
hell.
white feather?
the white feather.
White feather, yeah, Ravanelli.
Yeah, with his grey, he was a bit of a silver fox,
Well,
wasn't he?
I heard a story about him where basically when you move clubs like that and you're moving country, the club will get you a house and furnish it for you until you
Okay.
get somewhere for yourself.
Yeah, because I
Right.
suppose you're not going to know how to do it yourself in a
Well, no, it's
foreign
just
country.
until you've
It's
got,
a courtesy,
until
I
you've settled
imagine.
in.
Yeah.
Here's a house. It's furnished. Anyway, so they gave him a club credit card,
Oh.
right, and said, right, here's your house. He spent 30 grand refurbishing that house on the club's
my
credit card.
God, like in his first week.
Yeah.
He's Italian though, they're into their interior design.
That's it.
And,
I mean,
he didn't like the rustic English, chic, and he went for a bit of metropolitan.
He didn't like the cold, grim northern facade of the house,
Well,
evidently.
I'm
I'd
not
like to
loving
think
it.
it was a shitty terraced house in Middlesbrough. Here's your house, Ravanelli. What was his name? Fabrizio Ravanelli? Here's your house, Fabrizio. And it's just some fucking shitty terraced house.
Fabrizio. No, they don't. They talk like Geordies, don't they?
Yeah.
Do they in Middlesbrough?
Yeah, they do,
That's
yeah.
the hardest fucking accent to do. I know I'm going to attempt the Geordie.
And understand.
It's impossibly hard to do an impersonation of them.
Apologies to any North East listeners, but
So-
your accent's near enough fucking incomprehensible.
Yeah, should we? I think let's go.
I'm
round
going to give
again.
this one a 9,
Good
just for
idea.
the sheer stupidity of it.
I think we should go round again.
Yeah, we'll do one more each, and then we'll get on to some last of weird news and our favourite game, Never Go Full Alex.
You never go full Alex. Although I nearly did this weekend, and I think Ben, you're a shill for not even listening to my evidence.
There is no evidence, Gaz. It's just hearsay.
For the listener, Ben was winding me up on Messenger last night, not taking my evidence seriously.
You said, oh yeah, the pyramids got thousands of years of rain erosion. Yeah, because they're 4,000 fucking years old.
There hasn't been any... No.
There's been lots of rain in the desert. It does...
No.
Does rain in the desert?
You haven't looked into this. I'm telling you.
Have you got the water? Have you got the rain records from 4,000 years?
People have looked into it. I'm telling
the
you.
records aren't there, mate.
We'll have
It's
to,
not there.
this is going to be a 4-part epic that we're going to do, and I will convince you. I'm going to bring in a whiteboard and a pointer.
And a flip chart.
Yes. Dressed as Iron Maiden Power Slave Eddie. Just to make it palatable for
Well, I
you,
might
so
listen,
you'll
yeah,
actually
yeah.
listen. Yeah.
If you put everything in terms of metal, I'll probably understand
Yeah.
it.
I'll treat you like a metal child. So,
Which by Saturday, well, early hours of Sunday morning download, I will be a metal child. I'll just be fucking that drunk.
if you haven't worked out by now, because he's only mentioned it 13,000 times, Ben's going to the biggest metal festival in Britain, Download, and yes, we'd all love to go there, but we're not all managers, are we?
We're not on management pay.
Yeah, we're not all on management money, looking
Can't
down our
afford
noses at the
£300
peasants.
VIP
Have you
tickets.
paid for the VIP toilets again?
Yeah.
You fucking middle class bastard.
Class traitor.
He is a class traitor.
Look, I enjoy porcelain to visit at my time for the toilet.
Fuck you.
Right? I don't want to
You hold your breath and shit in the filthy pits of hell at our festival toilets like everybody else.
I still have to. The VIP area doesn't open till 11.
Woe is fucking me.
But I do get exclusive food stands that aren't available in the main arena.
Well, do you also get a blowjob with that?
Yes,
From
hopefully.
from a hipster called Gerald?
No, not from a man. I'm hoping not. Anyway, I may turn down the offer.
He's dyed his little beard green.
Aw.
He's such a rebel.
Has he got a check shirt on too?
Fuck this imaginary Gerald, he's making me angry just thinking about him. Right, should we have another Darwin Award?
Look,
Like,
yeah.
whose go is it?
I
Yours.
just think you're jealous of my success.
I'm jealous of you that you go to Download. I don't even know who's playing. And yes, I'm jealous you're a manager. You don't deserve it. Fuck you. Moving on.
Oh man, Guns N' Roses 3-hour set on Saturday.
Piss off.
3-hour set.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna rock out with my cock out.
I hope you do, and I hope you
Speaking
get
of that.
arrested. I hope you're arrested and rightly stigmatised.
That's a good link into my pick.
See, that's journalism. I didn't even know what Mike was picking, but I said cock and it's about cocks.
I've just taken away your broadcast journalism badge anyway.
Oh.
Because you're management scum.
Oh, right. And weren't you after the cushy sales job recently?
it. I didn't get it. Moving on.
1997 Darwin Awards are winner.
Confirmed true. Ding, 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 ding.
Man slices off penis.
Wow.
Well, this is pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
Alan
Wow.
Hall, 48, was found collapsed on the front lawn of his brother's Fairfield home on December the 5th, 8 hours after his penis had been cut off at the base.
It lasted 8 hours.
That's impressive.
How's it cut?
Hall blamed the maiming on a woman named Brenda,
Oh god, I should
who he
have.
met at a local gas station the previous night. He brought Brenda to his trailer, parked in the driveway of his brother's Fairfield home, and had sex. Around
You go to your brother's house to park on the drive and have a
he
shit.
took us to his trailer parked in the driveway
Oh.
of his so
He
his
lives on his
trailer that he
brother's
lives
drive,
in
yeah.
is on his brother's driveway.
That is so redneck. Okay.
Around 3 a.m, the woman mentioned revenge and cut off his penis with a razor-sharp hobby knife.
Oh man, so
Wow.
he's like a modeller. You know, he's got some Warhammer models. He's a war gamer. I feel sorry for him.
And then fled the trailer on foot.
Wow.
A heated manhunt for Brenda ensued. She was described as a 42-year-old white female, 5'7", 135 pounds, dressed in a white blouse, navy blue jacket and blue slacks, and possibly driving a brown Ford F350 pickup truck.
Oh, nice truck though. Nice truck. I would have a pickup
He's
truck.
still going. He didn't die from. Okay. So. Go on, mate.
Meanwhile, after being discharged from the hospital on Monday, Hall drove off in a pickup hitched to his trailer and disappeared. Detectives were eager to interview him again, but were unable to locate him due to his transient lifestyle. More intriguing details began to emerge. Hall was arrested during the 1970s for drug possession and drunk driving. In 1982, he was arrested for taking his young daughter out of state. Psychological tests suggested that he suffered permanent mental trauma while serving in the US Navy in Vietnam, causing blackouts and alcoholism. His ex-wife described him as a pack rat who enjoyed taking trips in his mobile trailer home. In 1983, Hall was convicted of voluntary manslaughter of a 23-year-old Susan City woman found strangled in a car park at a local Denny's restaurant on the 17th of February. Hall confessed to the murder, saying that she had taunted him about his inability to achieve an erection when he tried to have sex with her. His statement was ruled inadmissible because of improper police interrogation techniques, and prosecutors agreed to let Hall plead guilty to voluntary manslaughter. He served half of a 6-year prison term.
That's shocking.
Whoa. So,
Police speculated the woman that cut off his penis may have been carrying out a 14-year-old vendetta for the slaying of her friend.
Wow, that's
like a fucking
That is
Batman seeker.
revenge is truly indeed a dish best served cold.
Wow, with a knife.
A dick best served cold. But the truth was even stranger.
Oh.
When Hall was finally located and interviewed on Thursday, he admitted that he cut off his own penis.
Oh my god.
A voice stress analyzer indicated that he was telling the truth. At this point, there was no evidence that a crime occurred. Police Lieutenant William Gresham said in a press release, "This case has been classified as an injured person report. Hall may face misdemeanor charges for filing a false police report." Ironically, Alan Hall works as a pipe fitter.
So he sterilised himself. But the thing is here, I'm going to do some broadcast journalism. He failed to get it up again. Got so angry with his own cock. He's like, I'm going to fucking cut it off. And she's like, no. And then sees him get the knife and start going at his own penis with a knife. And she's obviously, rightly, completely freaked out and flies out of the
Poor
trailer
Brenda.
and runs away. But that's what I think the truth is. But I'd like to think that Brenda was a 14-year-long planner who just did something awesome, revenge for a dead friend. This guy deserved to lose his cock. He killed a girl. This is kind of karmic Darwin.
The thing is, it's like, he obviously had mental issues, a Vietnam vet. He was part of that lost generation that were mentally scarred, that they all forgot about, you know.
Well,
I feel kind of sorry for him in one respect, but at the same time,
failed him, didn't it? Really,
at the same time, don't cut your own dick off.
yeah, it's daft. Don't kill people. Just
Don't
'cause
kill
you can't
people.
Get it up. And don't cut your own cock off. And die on your brother's lawn. Oh no, he didn't die.
No,
he didn't die. He's just sterilised.
Yeah.
Sterilised himself. Well, at least he can't breed and make murderous little children.
Yeah, that's it.
Graciously received Darwin Award. I'm gonna go wife tossing in Buenos Aires. Is that how you say it properly?
Yeah.
Buenos Aires. Wife tossing.
Wife tossing. This would be interesting. Confirmed true.
True. Ding ding. Okay. 1998. Buenos Aires. Did he win the argument? It happened in February 1998 in a working class Bodeo neighbourhood. During a heated marital dispute, a 25-year-old man picked up his 20-year-old wife and threw her off their 8th floor apartment balcony.
Okay. Seems extreme.
To his dismay, she became tangled in the power lines below.
Wouldn't she be electrocuted?
He immediately leapt from the balcony and fell towards his wife. We can only speculate as to his reasons. Was he angrily trying to finish the job, or was he remorsefully hoping to rescue her? Like he had a sort of last-minute hero babyface turn.
Yeah, maybe.
Did he... Well, sorry. He did not accomplish either goal. He missed the power lines completely and plunged to his death. The woman managed to swing over to a nearby balcony and was saved.
Who the fuck is she, Spider-Man?
The 18th of May 1999, Panama City. In a similar story, a Dominican woman exacted her dying revenge on her boyfriend, who tossed her off her 3rd floor balcony by dragging him down with her. Maria Mendez, 32, was killed instantly in the fall. Her boyfriend, Luis Alberto Camargo,
Sounds like a scumbag.
was rushed to a nearby hospital in serious condition. According to neighbours, the confrontation occurred early Tuesday morning after Camargo, 30, discovered Mendez in a local bar. The two returned to their apartment and exchanged harsh words which culminated in the fateful plunge.
Now, reading that last paragraph, I have a little bit of sympathy for him. He's got the bar, he's had an hard day at work or whatever, slaving away, he's got the bar. She comes in, starts screaming at him in Spanish.
We've got all 70s again.
It's like, oh, fuck's sake, woman. He's having a few beers.
So
Goes back home. He's obviously drunk at this point, and he's like, maybe he just pushes her, doesn't mean to throw her over. And she grabs him, takes him down with her.
Well,
I'm just saying Horatio from CSI Miami would have figured this out.
look, you're not getting your broadcast journalism badge back.
Well, he is King Ginge.
Alright, Ben, you want to pick?
Yeah,
Last one.
let's scroll over a bit. Let's go for one from this year, if there is one. Snapchat prat. Oh, I don't like Snapchat, so let's go for that one. I don't get the filters.
Sounds very modern.
I don't see why a girl is more attractive for putting like stupid fucking ears and a dog nose on her head.
I do find it. There's actually quite a deep. You see, I get the funny ones that people. I never used to, but now with the kids and stuff, it's fun where it makes them look like a pirate or a
I get
gangster
that.
or
I
something
get that.
like
That's
something
fine. Yeah.
cute. But I actually find it quite troubling. The ones the old adult girls do, where it beautifies them, basically smooths out their skin, does their eyes. I find something deeply psychological troubling about that. The fact that that's the image you use of yourself online, but you know it's a fake image. You know it's a sort of homogenized, perfected version of you, like sort of screen washed. But people use that as their image, and like so they're scared of their own image, and like it's just weird.
Yeah, it's trying to live up to the ideals of society, isn't it?
Well, they just want to fuck as well, don't they?
Some of it could just be.
Oh, look at me online, and then they meet him in real life, and they're like, oh fuck, I'm here now.
Some of it could be vanity as well, but I get the fun ones. But yeah, I do see why it's stupid. It is annoying. Adult.
I find
women
more attractive with a dog nose and ears.
Yeah, I know. On adults, women, it's kind of silly.
It's for children.
It should be, but it isn't.
Like Disneyland. Anyway, Snapchat Pratt. This is a 2017 Darwin Award winner, so you can assume it's confirmed.
Yeah.
27th of July 2017, Singapore. In a new twist on Hold My Beer and Watch This, a teen handed Snapchat to a friend, and with a whoop of glee, he leapt over a footbridge railing, intending to land dramatically on the parapet below. Unknown to the teen or his filming friend, the seemingly solid shade was a flimsy gypsum board, and he crashed right through, falling 4 floors to his death.
Oh God. While his friend is filming.
Who put it on, didn't help him at all, just carried on filming.
There's not a lot they could do in that
Well,
instance. So
the Snapchat phenomenon is extending the E-trend of paying inadequate attention to one's physical surroundings, and the act earns a Darwin Award indeed. We are saddened by the death of this young and personable student, but our sadness would do disservice to the seized if it causes to hush up his fatal prank. State Coroner Marvin Bay agrees, stating that Mr. Chow's sad demise should serve as a cautionary tale for individuals who are disposed to off-route in public spaces. Jonathan, you're a winner.
well,
I'll give him a 6 just for the fact he's being a bit fucking dumb.
imagine watching your mate though who's just like, oh, film this, watch this, I'm just going to jump off this balcony. It'll be cool, man. It'll get so many likes on Facebook. You ready? Have you got it? Am I in frame? Yeah, go for it, go. Smash! Disappears completely, and you're like, where did he?
Oh, wait.
And then as you run closer and closer towards the hole and realise that it was a 4-story fucking drop, and you see his exploded. That's a massive pizza. You know?
Well, it's off a bridge. It's a footbridge. He's fallen onto the road, isn't he? Yeah.
So,
And then the little doggy as a nose are trying to vaguely locate what's left to his face.
They're
on the
desperately
pavement.
trying to searching for human face, but it's
little squares coming up.
Yeah.
Going, trying to locate your face.
But it's spread out all over the pavement, so I can't. Yeah, kind of fuck this guy. A little bit sad that he might. Well, it didn't say promising student; it said personable student.
Just stop being a fucking prick. There you go.
Well, he certainly can't blame anyone else for his demise. If I was going to perform a stunt, would investigate the bit I was going to be landing
Exactly.
on before I committed myself to the performance.
But at the same time, why put in a platform that's got no sort of structural integrity?
What country was it in?
Singapore.
Hey, I don't want to cast any aspersions, but you've just sort of answered the question. And I doubt their health and safety is to the psychotic levels that it is in our own country.
True. Health and fucking safety.
I think it's non-existent over there.
Could we call a quick piss break?
We certainly could.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is the last one we're doing?
My last one, yeah, and that's it then.
Okay. Put it there.
On the back of my...
Oh, sorry, out my back.
I can clean that up in the edit.
Right,
I love you, Mr.
The last...
Editor, because me and Ben don't do any work.
We do not.
We turn up, basically get stoned and drunk and say a bunch of shit that comes into our brain, then Mike has to try and make it sound like it wasn't just two fucking Riri's in a bar going, I don't know a fucking thing.
Tommy Robs is a cunt.
Pretty much.
Cheers, bro. We all play our part,
That's it.
don't we?
We
We're a
do.
team.
Of course, man. Of
The
course.
boys from the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one then. Oil tanker trampoline.
Okay, confirmed true.
24th of June 2007, Colorado. If you cut the rug on an oil tank, be careful not to light a cigarette, else you may soon be climbing the proverbial stairway to heaven.
Oh Lord.
After smoking marijuana
Hey.
and liquoring themselves up at a popular party spot in Route National Forest, a group of teens decided that it would be fun to leap and cavort on an oil tanker.
In their defence, that's my favourite way to spend the evening. Not jumping on an oil tanker, but mixing marijuana and
Why is
booze.
there an oil tank in the middle of the forest? What's that for?
Why not? Might have parked up for the night.
I know, yeah, but it doesn't say an oil tanker, it's an oil tank. It must have been for something.
Maybe to power the
There might be,
jeeps.
Or the cabin.
either way, it's confirmed true, so there was an oil tank.
We don't know how big the oil tank was, remember? I mean, it could have been like, a couple of people that
something
jumped
they
on it.
took with them. Okay. Yeah.
Well, no, it could have been just one of them things you see, like, it's, you probably get 2 people on it, it's sort of 6 foot long,
Okay.
stuck above the ground, it powers the cabin, the Rangers or something,
like
you
that.
know?
We know it's a popular party spot, so there might be something there. Yeah. Cabins. Okay, sorry, I was
Okay.
just trying to picture it in my head.
The energetic gyrations of the dancers caused fumes to leak from the relief valve,
Oh no.
and there were several ignition sources, according to the sheriff. People were smoking, and there was a bonfire nearby.
Oh.
One of these ignition sources sparked a flash dance,
Ooh!
and the crude oil storage tank exploded, hurling 2 men 150 yards to their deaths.
Wow.
Oh god.
150 yards, that's a fair
Jesus.
fucking trek.
The deceased are identified as Samuel and Christopher, 17
Oh.
and 19. Well, all I can say is, if there was nothing on the tank the tank would have probably, I'm assuming, have flammable type imagery, warning labels, that type of thing. I mean,
Yeah, but I suppose jumping up and down on it, you don't expect it to sort of then give off noxious, highly flammable fumes, do you?
I wouldn't jump up and down on it.
Well, no.
Well, it's easy to say now, isn't it? I've done some.
Not when you're smoking.
Yeah, that's the other
Have you got a
thing.
bonfire nearby?
Yeah, that's the other one. Lighting the bonfire that close to the oil tank is.
That's something I'd be like, hey guys, maybe we should just go another 100 feet that way.
But the whole point of this, what this is sort of revealing to me is that, like, I'm not the most educated, intelligent of people, but there's a sort of built-in common sense, isn't there, in your own sort of intellect, that even things you don't know very much about, you just have a sense of danger, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Am I talking shit?
No,
Like, do you know what I mean?
And they do say, there's a saying, isn't there, when the beer's in, the brain's out.
Oh my god, you just explained 15 years of my life, Mike. Do you know what? This is a visual thing for an audio podcast, but do you see my weird fucked up elbow?
Yeah, that is.
A customer I was delivering to asked me about my weird fucked up elbow, and so's the other one I hate to report. And he's like,
The
what
first one looks worse than the other one.
yeah, he's like, what did you do? And I had to give the honest answer. I don't know, my friend. This is all I have to show for basically being drunk for 15 years of my life. I'm falling over a lot. I can't specifically remember any of the times I got these giant gouges and scars in my elbows, and the bits of floating bone that are in that one that are very painful, and one day I'll have to get removed.
You never want to go to a doctor though.
No, I'll never
Fuck
go.
that.
I'll put up with the pain, Ben, and then just medicate myself through it.
Makes
I had
you
to give
makes
the
you
honest.
over man.
He thought I was joking, but he's like, nah, come on. I was like, no, that's the honest answer, mate. It's just that one's sort of built up, cut a cut, then cut gets cut, and then and it's very thin skin on your elbow. I fell down a lot. Daddy was a fall down man. That's the life of being a drug-addled lunatic. But now, I've turned my life around, settled down with the missus and her children. I'm a broadcast journalist.
Allegedly.
Hey, there's no allegedly about my status as a broadcast journalist.
You provoke mine.
Yes, because I'm the captain of the broadcast journalists.
The captain of the broadcast journalist.
That's
Shit,
an
are you?
official title.
Captain broadcast journalist. Wow.
Captain of industry.
Yeah. All I'm saying is,
Revolution.
that's the measure of a good man. You know, every good man worth his salt should have at least a decade he can't remember. Is what I tell myself at night.
In all fairness, guys, I don't remember a lot of my 20s.
Exactly. It's I'm sure the alcohol and marijuana has nothing to do with it.
No.
And it's a genetic condition that the three of us just happen to all suffer with. All I'm saying is I'm smarter than those two fucking idiots who were jumping up and down on an oil tank with lit cigarettes and joints.
Yeah.
And then were thrown 150 feet through the air to their deaths.
Yeah.
And thankfully will never reproduce, have removed themselves from the gene pool, and hence the Darwin Award. Thank you, lads.
I used to think, don't you have like an innate sense of preservation? I know I do.
I think
Like,
so.
so I look at something and go, that's a bit dangerous. And no matter how drunk I am, I go, that's a bit dangerous.
I don't know.
Won't do that.
Yeah, but males competing in front of females, it gets a bit...
But even so, I'd have been like, I'd have been there talking to the girls, and them two dickheads were jumping on the thing. Going, look at them two fuckers.
I have to be honest.
That's gonna blow. That is.
Yeah, but if that had died, those two were the ones that got laid, not you.
Yeah, but I'm taking that risk then. I'm playing the long game, because then I get to console them once they're dead. Once the two guys are dead.
Console the
I can
dead person.
no, not the two. I'll be like, oh my god, that was horrible. You okay, girls? Come in for a hug. There we go.
Sex, I imagine, will be the last thing on their minds after witnessing a death.
Maybe
I'm
not,
not a psychologist or a romance expert.
maybe not that night, but a couple of weeks.
I'm playing the long game.
Maybe after the funerals, when people are statistically more horny after a funeral. That's true. That's a psychological thing. You see that death, and you feel the need to reproduce.
That's why I had a wank in the churchyard after my nan was buried. I'm joking, I didn't.
Gets off on the scent of death.
I don't. Just a little bit.
So, yeah, Darwin Awards, eh?
Yeah.
I think that could become a regular every now and then.
Yeah.
Take a little dive into the Darwin Awards.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
discuss some utter stupidity of man.
Absolutely.
God bless him.
Did you finish a bit of weird news?
Yeah, weird news and for Alex.
Australia doesn't exist, and people who live there are actors paid by NASA. Flat Earthers claim.
That's one hell of a fucking budget for NASA, though, isn't it? To pay every
That's
person.
a lot of crisis actors. Who's claiming this?
Flat
Flat
Earthers.
Earthers.
Oh, for... Why doesn't Australia fit on the flat bit? They keep changing the fucking rules.
They're
for
changing
flat
the ball
earthers.
game every time.
Yeah, this was a tweet. Have you ever been to Australia?
I'm
Australia.
going to guarantee you, before you start reading
Yeah.
this, the person who wrote this was an American, and I love our American listeners, but it's like a ridiculously low number of them actually own a passport, and even fewer have ever left the USA. That is I don't remember the official statistics.
Or
but that is-
received a decent standard of education. Sorry, we love you. Neither of... Look, there's plenty fucking morons in England. Don't let the ones you see on telly always speak properly and use big words, but don't you let that fool you.
After
The
this-
reality of Britain is we are swamped in
Oh, God,
morons
yeah.
as
And
well.
after listening to this podcast, you'll know that we certainly don't speak posh.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry, that was someone's car horn going off outside.
I'll just check it's not my vehicle being stolen, dear listener.
The windows are open because it's a really hot day and we don't want to hotbox Gaz again.
And yeah. You'll all be relieved to know, listener, that my company vehicle is still safely parked outside.
I thought it was
Because
the
Mike
bomb.
lives in a ghetto.
I thought it was the bomb alert.
He doesn't really, Mike doesn't really live in a ghetto.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's close.
There's worse places.
No, I'm joking. There is definitely. It's fucking quiet. It's nice around here. So, what are we on about? Oh yeah, the flat Earth.
Yeah, flat Earth, sorry,
Leaving
go on, man.
Australia.
Yeah.
Australia is not real. It's a hoax made for us to believe that Britain moved over their criminals to some place. In reality, all these criminals were loaded off the ships into the waters, drowning before they could see land ever again. It's a cover-up for one of the greatest mass murders in history, made by one of the most prominent empires. Australia does not exist. All things you call proof
Quotations.
are actually well-fabricated lies and documents made by the leading governments of the world. Your Australian friends, they're all actors and computer-generated personas, part of the plot to trick the world.
What is this, fucking Westworld?
If you ever think you've been to Australia, you're terribly wrong. The plane pilots are all in on this, and have, in all actuality, only flown to islands close nearby, or in some cases, parts of South America, where they have cleared space and hired actors to act out as real Australians. Australia is one of the biggest hoaxes ever created, and you have all been tricked. Join the movement today and make it known that they have been deceived.
Can I start with this? Seems a lot of fucking effort, doesn't it? You're creating computer-generated persona holograms.
You're telling me Crocodile Dundee is a fucking hologram?
Apparently so.
Fuck off! I've seen that film loads of times.
But you've got every Australian person you met. I think I met a couple. I wouldn't say I met loads. I met a couple. Usually bar staff. They do tend to be bar staff.
They're usually backpacking, innit?
Yeah.
Need a bit of money.
And it's like, so they've all been holograms or crisis actors.
Yeah.
Now, I'd imagine that some people are a lot more well-travelled than I am, and they've been to Australia. But no, they've just landed in Southeast Asia, and it's been populated by computer-generated white people instead of the native Southeast Asian indigenous population.
Yeah.
Right. Wouldn't it just be easier just to admit there's an Australia?
Wouldn't it be easier to admit we killed a few boats full of criminals?
Yeah, and remember, boats are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Criminals.
it takes a lot of time to build one. There's a substantial investment, and you're just going to put a load of criminals on it, people you don't really care about because you're sending them to some godforsaken part of the earth at the time, right?
Still, to be fair,
I reckon I've always thought the Outback is like Mad Max 2. I thought Mad Max 2 was a documentary rather
everything
than
can kill you. Everything can kill you.
roving gangs of road warriors fighting over crude oil, feral children with steel boomerangs. That's all true in the Outback.
He grew up to be Tevez, didn't he?
It is Carlos Tevez.
Fucking hell.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
What a
That's
name.
exactly like him.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Carlos Tevez, famous Premiership footballer.
Yeah.
Well, famous footballer, played in the Premiership. Looks surprisingly like the feral kid from Mad Max 2 all grown up.
Looks surprisingly like he was smashed in the face with a heavy object
And a
as a child.
weird scar right under
he's
his
been
neck, like
carotid.
someone tried to hang him at
That's
some
where
point.
they reattached the head to his body in the alien laboratory.
He's got a great footballing brain.
Is that Boomerang on it?
Is that Boomerang? He's missed a catch one day, cut him across the throat.
But yeah, everything can kill you in Australia.
Yeah.
I bet the rocks can kill you.
Oh, they will if they fall on you, mate. Yeah, definitely.
Just
Certainly
even
rock though.
touch- I bet they're poisonous rocks in the outback.
But Gaz, it doesn't exist, Australia. It doesn't
Oh yeah, it's
exist.
hologram.
See, isn't it just easier? This is gonna be.
Crocodile Dundee's not a fucking hologram.
I genuinely think, right, that's gotta be like just a trolling thing. No one's that dumb, are they?
No, I do think a big part of this, we've mentioned this, we've talked about this before, possibly on the last episode actually.
Actually, also check out our Flat Earth episode.
Yeah, a mass part of the flat earth stuff online is people who don't believe it trolling us because of how fucking angry it makes right-minded people.
Yeah.
They're having a laugh, a lot of these people. Unfortunately, a lot of them are not, but I'm hoping this is a well-written fucking hoax because it's
Well, I
quite
wouldn't say
funny.
well written.
Well, you know what I mean, it's well designed, it's quite
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
What can we say that will send people absolutely fucking, you know, 'cause if they fucking believe that, they want their
They want
shut
to.
them down.
They need a Darwin Award. They need to be sterilised or killed. Well, that's a bit harsh. No, wait.
No, they need a shotgun to the back of their head. Or the face. They should see it coming.
What about a Mozambique triple tap?
Yep. Or take it up into one of those, just put on the shuttle and dumped into space so that
They can see the Earth is round before
just
they're
before
ejected
they
into the
explode.
sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go. That's what should happen to the Flat Earth Society. I, for one, have never been there, but I'm willing to stake my reputation on this as a broadcast journalist.
Playing that card a lot tonight, guys.
Well, I've done a lot of journalism this weekend.
You've watched Ancient Aliens.
and read David Icke.
It doesn't qualify as a broadcast journalist.
And I watched the Pyramid Code or fucking 6
Oh,
episodes.
the Pyramid Code. Oh.
You haven't seen. You didn't do.
It's
that,
a biased documentary from the start. Then I bet you there is not one single bit of that where some bloke goes, Yeah, built 4,000 years ago by a load of skilled artisans and fuck ton of slaves.
No, there's.
I'll guarantee you,
evidence
not
to the
one
contrary,
person
'cause there's too much
in that
evidence to the
documentary
contrary.
provided a biased view in
There's
that.
too much evidence to the contrary, and unlike you, Ben, a lot of the people in the fucking documentary were willing to say
They've got no,
they don't know the true
like
answers.
me, Gaz, they've got no science qualifications.
Oh fuck you! Do you know what? You're a shill. You're a pyramid shill. You're a fucking employee of the Egyptian government.
Oh, am I?
Yes.
But where's the fucking money?
You've just bought a house, haven't you?
No, I was given a house.
Oh, la-di-da. Management scum. Given a house.
Given a house.
Illuminati.
Given a house.
Yeah, he's sold out. It's all added up now.
Mike, I know you've been friends with him for many, many years.
It's
since
all added up.
childhood.
I've been blinded by our friendship.
Look.
He is reptile, Illuminati, blue blood, one of the
I won't argue with the blue blood.
protected
You
bloodlines.
look a bit scaly.
Yeah,
That's just
you're
the
a bit
sun.
serpent-like. So he's moving up the corporate ladder. He's
Very
on the
slowly.
fucking property ladder.
Very slowly.
Oh
I'm on the
my.
property ladder because in this country, under the Tory government, if your parents
lizard.
own their house,
Okay.
they have to go into a care home. They have to sell that house to pay for it. My dad, being I wouldn't say academically clever man, but certainly switched on, went, if I have to go into a home, I worked all these fucking years in this house, I'll sign it over to my son, who's going to have it anyway after I die. So he
You
gets
are
out
still a
of
lizard.
pay. So he gets out of pay, selling the house which he worked all them fucking years for.
That's
to
a
pay
cover
for.
story, mate. Is give it to the
Oh
Illuminati.
right, yeah, yeah. And the
Have you ever seen his pupils sort of dilating between slits when we talk about certain subjects?
No, you see, I've got a forked tongue next.
Well, there is. You did work your way up the management ladder somehow. I'm sure your forked tongue came in useful
that's
in
called a
those
gifted
broom
tongue.
tongues. The gift of blowjobs.
I also do. I do admit having a barbed penis.
Well, that's why you
The ladies
attest to
love
the
it.
cat get on so well.
The ladies love it.
Well, so yeah, Australia's real and Ben's a reptile.
It's a dragon cock.
Speaking of giant cocks,
Oh wow!
super fleas with giant penises to invade UK homes.
See how I'm doing segues that even realise me, Gaz. That's broadcast journalism, my friend.
because you've got special powers from your Illuminati bloodline. And all the sacrifices you have attended.
Just as I shot that kid at paintball the other week.
Broadcast journalism, Ben, at its best. I'm attaching the dots that other people won't.
Giorgio, St. Giorgio,
Yeah.
doesn't have an archaeology degree, Gaz. He has a degree in physical fucking fitness. He's no more qualified to talk about archaeology than I am.
Yeah, he is. He's got a degree.
Which is in a completely different thing.
It doesn't fucking matter.
It's in-
He's
it's in fit-
studied
it's
at
in-
a certain
it's in
level to
physical-
prove his academic.
It's in physical fitness and nutrition.
You
He's a
just have to
fucking
write
gym
essays.
trainer. He's a gym trainer.
You just
He's
have
a
to write
fucking
essays.
personal trainer at a gym.
Have you been to the pyramids? Well,
No.
probably.
Have you?
because you're an employee of.
Yes, yeah, we could just do many a sacrifice around the pyramids.
I have done the research.
You watch the History Channel and Netflix. That's hardly a fucking research.
Just because I didn't make notes doesn't mean it's not research. It is because it's research.
It's a biased research.
Pyramids are older than we're told.
No.
Tesla towers, Tesla towers.
All right,
You
we'll
tell
do
me
this a
Princess
future
Diana.
episode then.
You be telling me
Yeah.
Princess Diana was killed next.
Oh, we're not just doing a pyramid episode, Mike. We're going to do a 12-part
Oh,
pyramid
for fuck's
epic.
sake.
We're going to literally sit
No,
here
we're not.
and decode each hieroglyphic.
Oh, so I've got to get a fucking
Page
copy of the
by
Rosetta
page.
Stone.
Yes, page by page, painstakingly. I'm joking. Should we finish the
Found by
news?
Napoleon.
So yeah, back to the fleas with massive dicks.
Yeah! Yeah!
We really shouldn't have the windows open when we record. If anybody walks past, I just
Well,
say
they're
fleas
pretty
with
high off the
massive
fucking.
dicks.
Pretty high off the fucking passive anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're getting free drugs, you ungrateful bastards.
Speaking
What
of
else do you
which-
want?
Anyone got one on the go?
Oh, I'll make one. Right. Read me the massive cock flea story.
Billions of super fleas with giant penises are set to invade UK homes and offices. Breeding conditions for the pests are ideal following recent hot and humid weather, which had spawned violent thunderstorms.
Nice.
Where do the massive cocks come in?
Well,
There's been a surge in numbers of an uber flea where the male has a penis 2.5 times bigger than its body.
Does that mean I'm an Uma flea?
It's the biggest penis relative to size on the planet.
It means you're a liar, Ben, and your broadcast journalism can't be trusted. Twice as fucking long as their body. Ah, Jesus. So, I imagine the female flea is of a similar size bodied to the male flea.
I maybe he was putting the tip in, like a mandingo.
Do the mandingo, just to put the tip in, just put the tip in me, Galileo.
Galileo Figaro. Actually, slightly on
That's
that,
not just the table!
slightly on that subject, there was a trailer when I was at the cinema yesterday for the Freddie Mercury biopic.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
Which actually looks really good. He's got seems to have got certainly the voice and the mannerisms down to a T, which I was quite. Then that was a 3-minute trailer, so we'll see. But I was impressed. So yeah, I like Queen. They're great. Freddie was fucking awesome.
So, fleas with cocks.
That's it, really.
Fleas
But
with
didn't
giant
it say how
penises
to-
are
how you
invading
can-
UK homes.
But how do we get rid of them? What do we have to do?
Well, the normal way you get rid of fleas. Hoover,
What's that machine?
wash
do?
bedding.
Ah,
But if they're dog fleas, and it says there, dog fleas don't transfer to humans.
No,
Only cat fleas do.
they do, yeah.
So I have a dog. Don't want them fleas on me.
dog with a saddle.
Tactical harness, Gaz.
It's a saddle.
Tactical harness.
But there we go.
Billions of giant cocked fleas. Wow.
That's it, really.
Would you like to hear an interesting... I know an interesting fact about fleas and lice. You know where the phrase chatting comes from?
No.
Chatting, having a chat. Comes from the First World War, when a lot of the guys in the trenches had lice and fleas in their uniforms, and they would take off their uniforms and sit there, and they would systematically crush the eggs that had built up in the seams, and they would speak while they were doing it. They sat there doing, and that's where chatting comes from. That's just chatting.
Having a chat.
Having a
Fantastic.
chat.
Wow.
Look at that, listener. I'll give Ben half of his badge back. That was an actual factoid. Not that the stuff I said about the pyramids isn't actual factoids.
It isn't an actual factoid.
Because it is. Ben doesn't know. He wasn't there.
It's not an actual factoid.
Fucking shell. You know I could just turn your microphone down.
You could do.
Right.
Last bit of news.
Yeah.
Meet Henry,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
the robot with superhuman sexual prowess, hoping to titillate women.
Well, they need to get rid of that fucking white stripe off his head.
Sex bot creators Realbotics are hoping to stimulate the female market with its latest offering. A 5'11", that's my height, male sex bot called Henry, who promises not only superhuman sexual preference, but also loving companionship.
Oh, that's why they modded him on me.
What if the robot goes a bit wrong? I mean, if it's on top, if you're a woman, it's on top of you.
He just keeps pile driving.
Jesus Christ, yeah, it just fucking pumps you to death one day.
Henry will be programmed to listen to you talk about your day, remembers your hopes and fears, and cuddle you.
Aww. That's it, we're fucking obsolete, boys.
Yeah, but if you're not an absolute fucking horrific hoe beast from hell with breath like the anus of Satan, you should be able to find a human male that would do those things for you.
But you could argue the same about the men, wouldn't you? If you're
Yeah,
like
but no, dude. It is so much easier. We all know this for a woman. Any woman can get a man, no matter what's wrong with her. Any woman can leave the house and get a man that day if she wants to. We're that easy to get. But we, as men, we can't do that. We have to put in work and effort and time to win over a woman. A woman can just walk out, look at a man, click her fingers, even if half her face is hanging up and she smells like a giraffe's armpit, right?
as long as she's got a clean vag.
It doesn't even have to be clean for some people. Just a vag. Anyway, this is all a bit 70s.
When you say some people, are you referring to yourself?
Fuck you, you see my girlfriend, she's lovely.
Not that one, not the other one.
No, we don't talk about the past.
You did say that you
We don't talk about the past.
You know,
The what now? Who?
had some interesting
Where?
encounters.
No, I haven't. Who are we?
You mentioned it on the show before.
Can
You mentioned it before.
Can you finish the story, Mike?
Henry is due to go on sale next year at a retail price of between $11,000 and $15,000, depending on optional extras. His silicon body, which weighs only 6 stone, is anatomically correct and his manhood can be made to order. Prospective love interest can then interact with Henry through an app by which he will crack jokes, recite poetry,
Oh, man.
and whisper sweet nothings in your ear.
He sounds like me. He's a dreamboat.
Apart from the fact he's anatomically correct.
You bastard. I didn't know you'd noticed my abnormally long penis.
That's one way of putting it.
I try and keep it hidden, although I am wearing shorts today.
We're already short today,
Hey.
mate. It's fucking roasting.
What an image for you, listener. Us three sexy, well, two broadcast journalists.
Oh! 2.5 broadcast journalists.
Okay, yeah, I did give it half the badge.
The company also offers 13 different kinds of pubic hair,
Are there that many types?
apparently,
Wow.
and dozens of nipples, including replicas of porn star Stormy Daniels' breasts for its sex bots.
Well, not for Henry, obviously, unless you're into some ladyboy
Yeah.
ladyboy kink going.
Fucking hell, Stormy Daniels keeps popping up on the adverts, on the
I haven't seen one.
porn sites I
I
may
haven't
or may
seen
not.
one.
Man, it fucks my head up because all I could think is, Trump's fucked that. And
That's a
then you're
boner
thinking
killer.
about Trump fucking something. It's like,
Ugh.
and it's an advert before the porn, and we all know why we're watching the porn, and I don't want Trump in there before I'm about to do what I want to do.
I don't want to think of the orange sex clone before I fucking orange murder clone, even before I fucking ejaculate.
He's ruining everything. He's ruining masturbation.
I've just fucking thought of something.
Okay,
You know sex magic?
I'm aware of it.
Yeah,
That's why I have a lovely girlfriend.
that's it. Right? They're putting that image of Trump into your head as you're about to wank.
Oh.
Sex magic, that's why he's in power. That's why
to
he's
make
fucking
him-
keep going.
Soon he'll be president of the centralised world government,
That's
which
it.
is coming as predicted by Saint Ike. Again, I've been doing the hard work, Ben, the hard lifting.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been doing the hard work.
I
when you
know.
were born, yeah.
I know it's taken me nearly a year to read this book. That's because of my attention span and the fact that I read 2 pages at a time while smoking out the back, and I'm like, fuck, that's enough of that. I'll get there, and at the end of next year, end of year 2, when I've actually finished the book, we're going to have a full episode on David Icke's 500-page explanation of the reptile conspiracy.
But if it's taken you 2 years,
Yes.
right, it'll probably take me, because I read a lot, so it'll probably take me about 6 months.
Okay?
It'll take Mike 5 years.
Probably.
Probably longer than
Slow
that.
reader.
10 years. I've read my books before now, and it's taken him 3 years to read it.
Well,
What chance has he got with Ike?
it's dense, is all I'm going to say, because it's such mind-blowing information, Ben.
I get the feeling I'm going to read about a quarter way through the book and go, my God, he's just talking bollocks, and put the book down.
You have no way of proving that.
I do, because he's using anecdotal evidence.
Would you like me to buy you a sex robot to try and bring it back to the...
As long as it's not Henry.
Do you want me to buy you Henry?
No, I don't even want to be Henry,
Will
no.
that make your life complete?
No, I don't want Henry. You just give me a...
He'll read you reggae poetry.
Oh, God. Oh, sweet Satan.
I think I just invented a new thing.
You think you did?
Reggae poetry.
I like it.
Let's not go into it. Anyway, next news article.
Bit of
How
Alex
do I
now.
love thee? Let me count the ways.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'll do the sonnets of Shakespeare, but in reggae style, record it. It'll be like a 12-album volume of CDs, and I'll give that to you for Christmas.
And I will burn them.
Oh, what an ungrateful man.
What a wasted effort that will be.
You reptile shell. I'm only jealous, Ben. I wish I was a manager. I'd love to tell people what to do in order to placate my own pathetic ego.
Nothing wrong with an ego, Gaz, no matter how pathetic.
Speaking of egos,
Here we go.
never go full Alex.
Yay! The best game show on the internet, if I do say so myself. Who wants to go for the explanation this week?
Were you trying to get crazy with this, eh? Don't you know I'm loco?
Well, basically, we listened to some stuff. Oh God, it's that guy
It's
again.
Ben's just seen on what's on the screen.
It's Jesse Lee Pearson again.
Don't say anything. You've said
I'm
enough
not
about
sa-
him.
Anyway, yeah, Jesse Lee Pearson. I'm presuming he's a right wing.
Explain the game show.
All right. Okay. The game
Yeah.
show is that we will play you 2 clips of some people Mike has found on the net, and then we'll play you a clip of Alex Jones, and we'll see who is the more insane. Well, who's spouting the most insanity this week?
And the point is, we want to point out these people's insanity because all responsible members of society should know you never go full Alex.
No.
You can look into these things and do a bit of broadcast journalism, like moi.
I
said moi.
You're going to turn up next week with a little badge.
I am?
Not next week, so I download the week after.
Play the fucking clips.
Anyway, this is Jesse Lee Peterson, who says that Satan is your father. Well, I know that already. If you don't support Trump.
Yep.
Satan gets a better bit then.
He does a bit.
Let me go quickly back to a first-time call out of Michigan. Eli, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to continue by saying, you always make the point that this is a spiritual battle,
Yes.
good versus evil, right versus wrong. And if that is so, shouldn't we have a president who operates and conducts himself and enacts policy according to the Bible?
Well, he is doing things according to the Bible by putting the family first, making sure we're safe, making sure we can earn a living, making sure that we're not overtaken by illegals and other people who want to kill us, like Allah Akbar folks, and then making friends with our friends around the country and dealing with our enemies, and then these and these other things, we personally got to deal with. But he'll get involved. Don't worry. Did you vote for him, Eli?
I did not.
And did you vote for Hillary?
I actually wasn't old enough to vote. I'm only 18.
Oh, and so if you had been able to vote, would you have voted for the Great White Hope?
No.
You would not have voted for him. And why not?
Because I don't really agree with anything that he stands for.
So then why are you so concerned about how we see him then?
I just wanted to check if you were being consistent, because I don't feel like you are.
Why is that important to you, someone who will not vote for a good man, period? Why is that so important to you?
I would vote for a good man.
Because if you won't vote for a man like President Trump, then everything about your life is inconsistent. Because you are in a fallen state, and Satan is your father, so your whole life is inconsistent.
Wow.
Once again, he just does what he does usually and talks over their opponents, talks over his caller, and then says, you're a beta male, or you're a child of Satan.
Someone challenges him. Typical sort of bully response, isn't it? Well, you're inconsistent. Actually, your whole life is inconsistent. Oh, and by the way, Satan's your fucking dad. Unless you vote Trump, then magically Satan ceases being your father, and your actual biological father somehow gets his father rights back. They keep changing the rules on how all this fucking stuff works, the magic and the demons. There was some bloke saying at the start of the show that demons are on... What, they're hanging around in the hinges of aeroplanes?
No, they're just on airplanes.
On
the people he was speaking to weren't interested in hearing his particular brand of bullshit Christianity, so they told him to shut the fuck up, so therefore they're a demon. In his mind. I genuinely think these people are just mentally ill.
Of course
They've taken... And, religion's got some good points. I'm not a believer, but, be nice to one another. Help your fellow man. Be excellent to one another. Help your fellow man. Give to the poor. These are good ideals. I'll guarantee you that fucker's a millionaire, and he takes money off the people who can barely afford to fucking give.
I don't know what.
I've seen like emails from churches saying, "Oh, by the way, you never gave you 10% tithe this year, so you can't come anymore."
Nice.
So, and they're like, "Well, I've been off. I've had cancer. I've been off work. I'm on like sick pay."
And they'll say, "Well, God gave you a chance to get out of this."
God gave you a chance to get out of it. Fuck you. We want our money.
What?
If there was a Jesus, I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't be saying that.
Remember,
He'd
he
be in
wouldn't
his
be riding
private
a
jet,
donkey.
wouldn't he?
Yeah, he'd be in his private jet flying around doing cocaine off hookers' tits.
Yeah. What I want to know, this guy, this Jesse Lee Peterson, where does he broadcast? Just on the internet? Or nobody puts this man on the actual radio, do
Not
they?
with a fucking
He
face
can't
and voice
speak.
like that.
Did you hear him trying to say Allahu Akbar?
Yeah. Alan Snack Bar, I think you'll find it is, guys. Finest butty van on the M54.
Sorry.
Alan Snack.
Probably was quite
I'm going to start a fucking
What
butty
am I
van.
apologising? I
Alan
hate
Snack
what I've
Bar.
turned into. I hate the world today. It used to be okay to make funny voices. Anyway, it's...
Guys, I'll bring it next week, but I bought a Bluetooth speaker off Wish.com, so everything comes from the Far East.
Right.
You get it dirt cheap.
Yeah.
but it takes like 2 weeks to get to you.
Okay.
Right? This speaker's worth like 100 quid, got it for 12 quid.
Fair enough.
Right? And it's got the worst. It sounds like one of your impressions telling me that the Bluetooth connection is established. He goes, the Bluetooth connection has been successful. And it's like, it is the worst Asian English accent in the fucking world. Like, why didn't you just get the fucking Stephen Hawking voice? You know? Get the fucking computer simulated voice.
The only person in the company.
Not get Yi Tong at the fucking office to do it.
Exactly, he was the only one in the company who spoke any English. Get Yi Tong from accounts.
It's fucking crazy.
Your
Bluetooth device has successfly been connected. And you're like, jeez, I mean, it's a great speaker. It's fucking brilliant. But you're like, dude, just fucking sort the voice out on it.
We really are the Bernard Manning of
That's not even a joke, that is the truth. And I will bring, next time we're here, because next week I'm a download, next time we're here, I will bring the speaker in, I'll connect my phone to it, and you'll see.
Okay.
Right?
And then that proves I'm not a racist.
No, it proves you still are.
I'm not a racist though, I just like doing impressions. The world's racist, not me, Ben. The world has changed, not me.
So what do we think about this guy
Back
then?
to the game show. Well, should we hear Alex first?
Yeah. I think he's mentally ill.
What is he essentially saying? If you don't vote Trump, Satan's your father and your entire life
Which he is already.
inconsistent. Well, there you go. So what's Mr. Jones
Alex
saying?
Jones explains how demons possess you using television.
Okay.
Well, by judging by the headline, Alex has won this already.
Okay.
And it's like some type of interdimensional blight or succubus has like attached itself to people, and it's like either they're demon possessed or they aren't. And that's what it is. I've talked to a lot of top psychologists, a lot of top PhDs, or even atheists, and they said, listen, you study enough, you look enough, you get into situations enough, you'll run into people that are clearly possessed and who even know information about you you've never told them, and they're not guessing. Something else is coming through them. And folks, that's what this is. I don't care if the media makes fun of me. I don't care what they say, whatever. I'm telling you, folks, I look out at the crowds, I see the people, they are possessed by something. I don't know what it is. You know, most of the planet believes in demons and possession for a reason. In fact, every culture does. Because it's not them. Something's coming in. Something's been overlaid, and it's a sickness, and it's spreading, and the television is the vector. It's how they're getting through at people. It's a mind trick. They put them into a subconscious hypnosis. They admit that through the television flicker rate, through the lights, all of it, and then they superimpose something until they get your free will through incrementalism to turn yourself over to it, and then it's like a intergalactic virus that then causes the individual to shut down, become a poisonous creature who begins attacking everything around them. It's a wavelength. It's
Alex Jones.
Was that music on the video?
Yeah.
It's strange how Christian to Muse.
Strange how the rock and roll kicked in as he was talking about the television.
I think it was Muse, I don't know what song it was, but yeah.
I slightly agree with. I think the television is dangerous for people, but I don't think it's magically mind-raying away your free will. I do think it informs your opinions and beliefs, but that's just the nature of, we talked about Facebook doing it earlier. So he thinks sort of like a sci-fi movie, the TV, the idiot box is literally beaming mind control rays.
Oh shit, like Batman Forever?
Yes, that's it.
Where the Riddler puts them boxes on the TV, goes straight in your brain.
Yeah.
God, that's a bad film, isn't it?
It's a guilty pleasure.
Right,
It is shit. I know.
I think Tommy Lee Jones is quite good in it.
I think Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's a very good Riddler. I don't think Val Kilmer's horrific as Batman.
It's
not the worst Batman.
No,
he's definitely not.
George
It's
Clooney.
shit, but it's
George
a guilty
Clooney
pleasure.
is the worst Batman. Let's face it.
Guilty
That was
pleasure.
bad. The fucking back credit card and the fucking
back
tapping your
nipples.
heels and fucking ice skates coming out of your fucking boots. That's bad.
Batman had nipples.
And what they did to Bane.
Oh,
God,
yeah, that was bad.
So moving on, right? What
And
do we think?
I felt sorry for Arnie because everything he said in that film was a pun.
Yeah,
I used to see you.
You shouldn't feel too sorry for him because I think he was paid an ungodly amount.
Yeah,
of
he
millions
was.
to-
Yeah,
to star in that.
yeah.
So let's finish the game show.
Can I
Who's
just-
the most?
I just want to say one thing.
Okay, so
right? Alex is saying that demons are possessing you through TV while appearing on TV.
Well, internet TV, I guess.
Well,
would be
even
his.
so, yeah.
But yeah, the irony is not lost. That,
Yeah.
he is visually talking about this.
And the other guy says that Satan is your father if you don't support Trump.
At least Alex is offering some sort of explanation as to how the demons possess you. It's the television.
Intergalactic virus.
Yeah, the other guy wasn't very specific. He was just like, you don't vote for the Trump, then Satan is your father. And he sounds like Mike Tyson in my impression. He's offering no explanations, any practical means for how this is possible.
No.
Alex is giving us...
He spoke to a lot of top people.
Yeah.
Who refuses to source.
Isn't going further into your delusion, though, make you more delusional?
I think that the first guy's more delusional and Alex is a crisis actor.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I think first guy gets it.
Because he's genuinely delusional.
I didn't vote for Trump.
He's just like, if you don't vote for Trump, then Satan's your father. That's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else in his mind.
So everyone
That's
else...
what you are. Everyone else...
In every country...
Yeah, everyone
outside of the US...
Everyone that thinks that Trump is a cock...
No,
Satan
who didn't
is their
vote
father.
for him, Ben. Who didn't vote for him. So anyone outside the US... Because Satan cares about inter-country politics. Do you know what I mean? Like, who's in charge of which
Well, no
country.
doubt he does. He's got a lot on his plate.
So every member of every other country outside the States who didn't vote, we're all sons of Satan.
Well, I am already.
Well, yeah, we know that. Which is why you're smouldering right now, but not in a sort of handsome Hollywood star kind of way.
No, I'm taking the first answer.
No, I can smell sulphur.
You don't pick up on that.
That's
well, I was worried about that.
He's a direct descendant of Hillary Clinton.
Oh, that's the thing.
Well, Alex told me she smells of sulphur too, so that's I'm just doing the journalism again.
But I loved Obama's response to that, and we haven't mentioned it before, where he just kind of sniffed himself and went, seriously, people? And it's like, that is the last intelligent man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Obama was a saint.
No.
But he's an intelligent guy.
Mm-hmm.
And his almost exasperation with the people that believe in that that's a gentle dig at him, but really he's probably thinking, you people are fucking morons.
Well, he probably thinks
they voted in Trump.
Well, no, he does think that, but he can't say that because he was president at the time.
How could you not see Trump as a charlatan?
Because you're the son of Satan.
No, you're alright if you're voting for him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm saying, why can't you see it?
Oh,
because
you can't. Certainly, you can't pronounce him as the Great White Hope, and as a black man saying that.
It's just got to be years of brainwashing, hasn't it?
And
There's no other word for it.
He's such a Christian. What? Multiple divorces.
Yeah.
Fucking, various shady deals. The sexism, the racism. Jesus wasn't about that.
I'm willing to bet that Donald Trump, back in the day when he was like a building tycoon and stuff, I guarantee late night one night when there was some deal going down, a dispute between the trade union because he hadn't paid anybody, he pushed somebody into wet concrete.
I'd agree with that.
I'd
go
with them little hands.
Well, he got someone to do it for him.
That's what I mean. Yeah, he would have got myself.
I was miming someone shoving Donald Trump in.
He was so excited at the prospect. The thought of murdering someone in concrete. His satanic reptilian nature.
I have never pushed anyone into wet concrete.
I bet Donald Trump has, though, is all I'm saying. Allegedly. So
he just wanted to do it for him. He wouldn't get his little hands dirty, would he?
His little T-Rex hands dirty.
Yeah. So
should we wrap this up? So does anyone agree with me? I think
I think first guy's purely more delusional.
What you saying, Mike?
I would have gone Alex, but
okay.
So he wins then.
I think that's his first win in 3. Jesse Lee Peterson, because we've featured him 3 times now, and
I think the previous couple of times we just said he's a moron. He doesn't really care.
I may have dropped
used a different word than moron. But anyway.
Which Mike's already dropped tonight, so I feel quite good about it.
Look, we are men of a certain age, from a certain time, and, we're bound to just...
Things slip out.
Yeah,
Like my barbed penis.
And on that note, I think we should say goodnight.
Right, well, I've been Ben, and I'm going to say, don't drink the Flavour Aid, don't join a cult.
I'm going to say, I've been Gaz. Sorry I've coughed all the way through. If you've got headphones on, I'll be better next week. Sorry. Free Biff Tannen, goodbye.
He's got AIDS.
It's not AIDS, it's just a flu. Cold. It might be AIDS. Mike, say goodbye.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out.
Good night.